and welcome everyone to Swedish Masters GHB 2022.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoa. We are live from the Apple Hotel in Gothenburg.
We are. I am of course Liara, and this is my good friend Eric.
Hello.
You've seen us before, or at least heard us before.
You might have.
Probably, maybe, possibly. So we are here to give you a rundown of everything that's going on here, of the event itself, and of course the most exciting games. So for instance, at the start we're of course seeing the reigning champion, Konstantinos.
Yep.
Facing off against one of our veteran Worlds and Six Nations players, sääf. This is going to be an interesting game for sure.
It really is. So this is the final.
This is the final of Swedish Masters.
Yeah,
that is correct.
We have these 5 games that will decide which one will get the rather big buckle.
Oh yeah,
not buckle.
The trophy. Yes, exactly.
It's not a belt.
It's not a belt.
It's a big trophy.
Yeah, it's a big trophy, and trust me, it is heavy. Speaking from experience.
Yeah, you had it in your home
I've had
for a
it
while.
at home for a while. Yes, I did. That was fun. But I'm glad to be rid of it.
Yeah, we saw a little ceremony before the stream here, where Liara and Konstantinos got their permanent trophies to.
Yeah, so we got a smaller glass one.
Yep.
Very, very fancy. It's great.
Yeah, and all the contestants here have qualified through different means.
Yes, so either they would qualify through placing very highly, like first or second, depending on the amount of participants, but in any 2-day tournament throughout the year. Or, of course, we have the second option, which would be qualifying rounds,
Yeah.
which are regional, and they will also, of course, be based on how many would be participating in said region, and then they would be able to send a couple of representatives to people who place the best there.
Yeah, it's been a slight variation according to density of players in the area and stuff like that. But it's been a system going on from it's from the last tournament about a year ago.
Yeah, from pretty much a year ago almost.
Where you placed second, didn't you?
I did place second. Yes, I did. I mean, I had to let someone carry that big lump of metal home. So
safe to say, we are blessed with a quality commentator here. We'll be relying on you.
Well, this is going to be super interesting. First time I'm doing this and not playing. That's interesting. But in general, I think we do have a lot of really exciting new lists and stuff, because we have all these new battle tomes that have arrived in a very short span of time. And so I think we're going to see a lot of new fancy ways of playing Warhammer, I think. With all these crazy new rules, and things are going to go all over the place. And it's going to be great.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to be fun.
And for this first round, we'll be playing the Jawz of Gallet.
Yes.
And the players are setting up as we speak. We'll be heading over to the table shortly. But in the meantime, let's give us a notice if anything is not as it should be.
Yes, of course. So,
any issues with sound or video or anything.
Precisely. Should there be anything at all that you need to let us know, please do.
Yeah.
Because we want to provide as good a quality experience as we can.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a first where we're doing it at a different location than we've been before.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that everything works out the way it should, or at least to a satisfactory level. Do let us know otherwise.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We will mainly do coverage of one table.
Yes, we will have one table coverage because that's how the camera setup is at the moment. But we will still be able to pick up some information. We have a table boss running around, gathering up what's going on throughout the tournament. We'll try to relay that as best we can. Even though the focus will be, of course, on the match we can see in front of us and one we're going to show you guys.
Yeah, and Jesper, who is the TO and head judge of this event, is keeping a rather strict sort of check on the players.
Oh yes.
So, which is good for us, because we have all the results and stuff like that is reported by a scorecard and handed in, just to make everything as sort of fair or minimal risk of of issues.
Exactly. It's all about keeping things in line somehow,
Yeah.
so we know what's going on.
The stakes are high, so
They are.
as all checks should be up.
Exactly.
Not only are the champion after this weekend getting the big trophy home.
They also get something extra special.
Oh yeah, this is a qualifier for the Games Workshop World Championship in Atlanta, Georgia, in
Exactly.
the US. So the winner will get a ticket to get to go there and play, and also a sort of a monetary aid
Yeah.
of 10,000 Swedish crowns. Because it costs a lot to fly over to
The US of A.
yeah, and all the living expenses and everything. And we really want the winner here to be able to focus on playing, to focus on
And we'll be
getting the world championship
yeah,
to Sweden.
definitely. It'll be really cool to follow whoever gets there as well, and that's going to be a cool experience too. Maybe we'll be talking about that too then.
Let's hope so.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But for sure, that's going to be great. So, without further ado, maybe we should head over to the tables and have a look there.
Yeah.
What say you?
Not about us, it's about these guys.
I've had my glory days.
We have, as you said, Konstantinos Kellis
Yes.
and Adam sääf,
Yes.
spelled on your screen in a rather funky way.
Yep. I have no idea why this thing doesn't want that.
About coding.
You know, yeah. So we have Konstantinos on our right here, as you guys can see. So see him over here.
Yes, and if we can get our
There we have him.
there's a
There's
handshake as well.
there. Adam over here. They are really focused, as you can see here. So then, what do we need to know about this scenario? What can you tell us here? So.
Yeah, we are playing the Jawz of gallet, and we will shortly get to see which. Let's see here. Which of the lists our players have chosen? Picked.
Exactly.
Let's start there actually. If we can get a table boss to report
Yes.
report on which of the three lists, because each player has submitted three lists within their battle
Exactly.
with which they are qualified. Which means that we need the information on which one of the three, so we can give it to you here in the stream. So Andreas,
Andreas, do we have you with us here just to get a little bit of a rundown? Okay, so
Yep, there we are. So,
but they
which lists
which-
have Konstantinos picked for the day?
They should have noted down which list they've chosen, because you could see. So, yeah. So we
Yep.
have list number 2 for both players here. So
Yep,
we're just going to get those lists up here.
Yeah, if
In a second.
if you keep talking for a
Yep,
while, I'll get
I will
that
do that.
sorted.
So we are working on the list here. Eric is grabbing them here. We can see that we have the deployment. It's up here. Adam is the attacker, as you can see with the lovely red dice here. And we have Konstantinos as the defender on our right with the blue dice. So the lists. Sorry, could you repeat that? Could you repeat that, Andreas? Sorry, we are getting just a report here. Yeah. So we have our our first battle tactic chosen here, cunning maneuver from Konstantinos. So Konstantinos is going first. That's where we are now. So this is Jawz of gallet. This battle plan is quite simple. You have a kind of like diagonal deployment here, where you kind of deploy on the edge, just get like one objective, but you're still very much on the edge of the objectives, the corner ones. Every battle round, starting with the second, the player goes second, will have the choice to remove one of the objectives if they like. So this can also end up in a game where the objectives vanish very rapidly. And that can be used to your advantage if you are a savvy player and can capitalize on going second. We can see here we have some measuring going on here. You can also see here that we have kind of a tight deployment here from Konstantinos. It's interesting to see where we can see that he's got his big old bloodthirster there behind, and he's really capitalizing on that scenery piece here. So he's going a lot for the terrain, trying to cast them up, probably to defend himself from any major charge or so. Adam's more dangerous threats here, such as the zombie dragon. Still just doing some. Oh, here we have the endless prayer here coming out as well. We have, of course, the skulls. The skulls of not liking magic. These skulls will hamper any mages around and possibly and look here now, we are starting to get our list in order soon, so we can just run down here and just see what else is he dropping out there. We also have the axe, it would seem. So he's going all out on these invocations. Let's have a look here. So he's pretty much just setting it up here now, setting things more as a deterrent or as a wall. He's trying to block Autumn off here, it seems, from just getting that to the objectives and getting his units on them. We are just having a little bit of issues with the list here, but Eric is working very hard on getting them.
Yeah, I want them to get to show on the stream, but
yes. So we have a question here from Bobbin here regarding how these lists are chosen. So what happens is when the players face off, when they get to the table, they will have to secretly choose one of the lists and then reveal them simultaneously to each other. So they will have to choose 1, 2, or 3, and then reveal them at the same time. That way you'll know which list is being played.
Well, let's we'll do them. Go through exactly as it's there. 2 and 2 are the lists, and
lists.
I'll try to get them up on the screen shortly. For some reason they aren't there, but they are.
We'll have to just do them manually?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just do them manually.
We'll do them manually.
That is quite alright.
So this is the corn list played by Konstantinos. He is playing the day is ours. That should be as well. Put on screen. Yep. And it's led by a bloodthirster of unfettered fury.
Yep, that is the big guy with the whippy here. You can see over here.
He's got a blood secretor, a realm gore ritualist, which is a tunnel master for his aspect of the champion, so he can do once per game teleport.
Yep.
Which is always good for cunning maneuver.
Yep.
We have Korgos Cool and a bloodmaster, Herald of Corn. For his battle line, he has 10 Blood Warriors, 5 Flesh Hounds, 10 Skull Reapers. And he also has Wrathmongers and an allied cockatrice.
Yes, as you can see the cockatrice here bit down here. If we can zoom in a little bit, we'll see. A lot of zoom. There we go.
And that cockatrice can really, if you are able to roll a 4-up.
Yeah, then you can do more rolls with it.
Yeah, and turn your opponents to stone. Which,
exactly.
And have them only hit on 6s, which of course it is
we're just
very powerful.
Back here to it.
Yeah, and he also has Skull Cannon and both the Wrath Axe and the Hunter's Axe Scourger Skulls. A Battle Regiment and a magnificent command entourage for 4 drops.
Yep, for an extra prayer. So he wants extra prayers on his priests.
Ja.
De har inte kört sin tur än. De har en bättre satt på.
Oh, that we're getting some tips here from Jesper.
Yeah, we just noticed there that the overlay has had an arrow on the battle tactic here. Yes, so the first battle tactic from Konstantinos was cunning maneuver. And he is well on the way to secure that one, of course. So, now he's starting to move up here. He's going for the right corner. Makes sense. That's pretty much where he was focused when we saw that on the deployment. He's also moving, let's see here, the Wrath Movers and... the Skull Rippers and the Cockatrice. Those are the Blood Warriors, sorry. Those are the Blood Warriors. So he's going with the Blood Warriors and the Cockatrice on the side there.
Yep.
We have it. So this is kind of like how he's splitting up his front line.
Yes.
But he's going pretty defensively now. You can see that he's taking it slow here because he knows how hard these other units from Adams can really hurt. You can see you have the Blood Knights over there in the far left corner. You can see them over here. He's hiding with Neferata on the edge there as well, with a good screen of zombies. So these are going to be able to give quite a good punch as well. Whilst he doesn't have a lot of defensive stuff there, he's got a screen of some flesh hounds. And then he has the Wrath Movers behind him there as well. He's ready for the punch back once those things hit the screens. So it's gonna be a fun.
Should we have a look?
We have a look at.
Should we have a look at the list of Adam's list? But first, are you getting the sound from the table, or if that's at the back?
Yeah.
We are sitting at the edge,
Yes.
and we are trying to get as much sound picked up from only me and Liara.
Yeah.
But of course, it's 32 players, and so
there's going to be some sound.
There's going to be some sound.
We're trying to do our best here to use the setup that we have, and just get through it the best we can here. I'm going to go through Adam's list here as well, which is of course Soulblight Gravelords, as you can see. He's playing Legion of Blood with Neferata at the very front of it. So, what was that?
Keep going.
Yep. His grand strategy is lust for domination. His triumph is inspired. I think he's probably got it as well. So in his list he has Neferata with Waste Away spell, which is really good. We have a Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon, who is the general, with the command trait Doomed Minions. That lets him get some 2-ups to hit specific targets. What happened to the... Oh, yeah. So we have a score here of 5 VP for For Konstantinos, yes, because of course he got 1-2 more and the battle tactic. Going on with the list.
Yep, sorry.
That is quite alright here. So going on with this, he also has a vampire lord on foot. Oh, sorry, I forgot he has a cloak of mist and shadows and a flaming weapon on the vampire lord on zombie dragon, of course. On foot, he has a vampire lord with spirit gale, which is one that does more wounds everywhere, and the tunnel master aspect as well. He has for battle line, he has 1 unit of 10 direwolves, 1 unit of 20 zombies. Oh, sorry, 20 zombies, right? Yeah. Oh, that's mine. No, it's gonna be 20, right? One of those, yes.
40.
And then another one with 10, yes.
Yeah,
and then we have a unit of blood knights. I believe that is 10 of them. Yes, that would be 10 of them, and then a corpse card. It unfortunately hasn't written out there exactly how many of each, but yes, that would be the numbers, I believe. With an unholy lodestone and corpse lash on the corpse card. Just a battle regiment, so that's a 2-drop, 1965. That is his list.
It's not a strange list.
It's not a strange list at all. It's pretty solid with having some meat walls with the zombies. Getting the zombies to hit on 2-ups with the Doom Minions trade can also be quite valuable because they usually hit on like 5s, so that is a big buff for them. Also kind of keeping them as a more reliable meat shield there. There we go. Did we have a question or anything? We had a question about if people can come and have a look.
It's as we said, it's located in the
in the
Apple Hotel.
Yeah.
I am not sure actually.
I don't know if this one is closed, but as opposed to other events.
Yeah.
I think we'd have to ask Jesper to see it, but. I mean, it's not locked in any way. It's not like you have a specific access needed. But however, there might be issues if you come here. You probably have to be very quiet and invisible and not bother people because this is high stakes stuff.
Yeah, and we really want, and that's also a name for us as commentators to be as unintrusive as possible.
Exactly.
We do not want to interfere with the players, but we still want to bring as much information out in the stream. But yes, so we have these 32 players are, I hope, each and every one aiming for that number 1 place and that number 1 place only.
That's what we hope.
So, if we could get a table boss back online.
Yes. Do we have an update from our table boss here on what
want
is
to know
going
which battle
on
tactic,
here on Adam's, on Adam's first turn with battle tactic. Heroic actions, what's going on here?
So, if you could repeat that. Battle tactic.
We do not get any info there. Sorry, Andreas, one more time. Oh, he's having issues here. Sorry, we are having a little bit of tech issues here with our table boss, unfortunately. Just a sec here. We are not reading you at all, unfortunately. Let's see if we can.
But in the meantime, what?
Sorry to hear that. Apparently, we're having a little bit of issues with our microphones here.
And what desecrate land for that?
What's that?
Desecrate land for that.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we have desecrate the lands.
We have desecrate the land.
It's on that bottom left rock. Yeah, I don't think you need to zoom out for that.
We're having issues. Tech isn't really working with us today, unfortunately. No, that's not.
That's not the camera
That's
angle,
not
yeah.
correct at all. And that is not the camera angle. I'm afraid this is not. it is bugged out a bit. I'm really sorry about that.
There we are.
But we have the bottom left one anyway. We have this rock here next to the dragon. That is the one. Also a very easy pick here, I think. So I don't think that should be an issue for him at all.
Yep.
Hallå gänget. Jag tänker så här, om ni har liksom en fråga kring bordet. Den här funkar inte alltid, som sagt. Den är inte reliable tydligen. Jag kommer med rapporten hit bara. Om ni vill ha en rapport från ett bord. Jag skriver upp det ni frågar om. Och sen kommer jag hör er jättebra. Så...
Alltså, vad de kastar för spänn.
Vad sa du?
Vad de kastar för spänn, hur det går med dem. Så att det är lite så highlight.
Ja.
Att du bara försöker skriva ner.
Den är lite svårare också. Men, ja.
So yeah, we're working on.
We're just working a little bit on what we can do with the tech here. This is kind of like a bit of a trial run in ways here.
Om den funkar eller inte.
Yeah.
But we'll do what we can. We're supposed to have a bit more microphone setups, but for some reason the microphones don't really work with us.
We can always work on something for the.
Just gonna just for a sec here and draw some curtains through here so we don't get so much sound here. Just a sec.
Yeah. That's it. We see the zombie dragon moving up, and
yes, here we go. Now this zombie dragon is going to be a tough customer to deal with because, as we know, he's one of those unrenderable types, right? As they tend to be, even without Nefrata spell. So that's going to be a rough one to deal with for Konstantinos in general, but also when it comes to getting his heavy hitters in there and trying to take him out. That's going to be a bit of a gamble, for instance, if he were to face it off with a bloodthirster. So.
But at the same time, it is facing up against cockatrice. So if Konstantinos rolls a 4-up, zombie dragon are not as dangerous as it usually is.
That is true.
But it's still all the wounds and all the saves.
Yes.
So and it's still on the objective as well.
It is touching the objective with its rear end of the base. You can also see here now that Adam is moving up his zombies and really trying to cement his hold over the center objective. So this is going to be interesting to see as well. Whoever gets to remove an objective, that can really shake things up big time here, I think.
Yeah, and I know myself. I've stumbled playing this this scenario.
Yeah, it is. It is a doozy.
Because when you pick for, you really need to keep in mind that you need to win over the 5 turns.
Yes.
So the board state for the second turn could mandate removal of an objective, but by doing that, you can put yourself in a situation where you struggle to hold more than the opponent in the final rounds.
You don't want to hamper yourself too much if you feel that, well, you know, I've got this covered. Maybe I have to think ahead of what happens next turn as well. So this is all about kind of staying one step ahead of your opponent, figuring out what's going to happen when you remove that objective and seeing the consequences of removing said objective.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to push your opponent into taking your objectives instead and just leaving yourself with less. That is a risk.
It is. Let's see.
We're still of course in the movement phase here. We'll see what we can do here. Are using the wolves a little bit here. And you can see how much these invocations do as well. To really hamper the movement of these units as well. And the Blood Knights, of course, getting up behind them there. Very lovely purple color there, I must say.
Yeah. And it's always a delight to see Konstantinos' armies, especially his lava bases.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think he makes a
He's
business
master
of
the lava
painting them.
base. Yeah, he is the Swedish lava base man. That is for sure.
So, should we have a look at the scenario, by the way?
Let's do that. Just for anyone who's missed exactly how this scenario is played and what it looks like. So here we have a run-through of it. Care to just tell us how it goes?
Yeah, so the main thing with this scenario is this swallowed by the caverns. That at the start of each battle round of the first, after priority has been determined, the player taking the second turn in that battle round can pick one objective on the battlefield to be swallowed by the caverns below. If they do so, that objective is removed from play. And it's quite simple but very effective for the gameplay.
Yes. Apart from that, it's very standard.
Yeah, it's the 1-2 more. Score 1 for holding 1, score 1, another 1 for holding 2, and another one, a third for holding 2. But that when you're down to 2 objectives, you need to hold all of them
You need to
score
hold
a
all of
maximum.
it, exactly, because otherwise you're in a rough place.
Yeah, and
It can be a lot of points.
and if you remove an objective at the start of round 2, round 3 and round 4, you are down to 2 objectives,
That is correct.
which means that if you're in a place where you hold those 2 remaining objectives, your opponent can deny you points.
Exactly, by just removing the last one. Leaving you with a single objective to fight over.
Yeah, and this is the deployment.
Yes.
So that's why we saw that we have that desecrate the lands. It is in the bottom right corner in this.
Because
on
it is
the-
not in Adam's territory, even though it's on his side of the board,
Yeah,
in a way.
and as well partly within Konstantinos.
Exactly.
So
And you can also see that so Konstantinos was going very heavy on his right flank
Yep.
with the meat of his army, while sending a little bit just down the technically middle of his deployment. While Adam was a little bit more spread out, and he has a bit more punch on his right flank with the dragon, of course. But it's also quite centered, like more going for a wave approach here, where he's trying to just shore up the middle and
Yeah.
focus more on the middle. Konstantinos is trying to see what's going to happen and adjust the things here. He's gone more for the defensive approach.
we're seeing some attacks being made. Yeah, a bunch of dice being rolled, and I see wound markers on the cockatrice.
Yes, so that is the shooting attacks from the dragon, I would assume.
Yeah.
Those they can do a lot of damage, especially if you don't have great saves. It's only rend 1, but a d6 shots with damage 3 can be really painful. So let's see if we can see how much damage we have on there.
I think it's
little
a
die
5,
here, it
perhaps.
looks like a 5, yes, could very well be. That would have to be either removed.
Nope. Yeah, it's
That looks like it.
9-inch charge is
9-inch
what
charge here.
we needs.
That is a
See
5.
what he can roll for that.
Let's see how that
That's
goes.
what he was measuring at. So of course that cockatrice ability is done at the start of the combat phase on a 6-inch range, which means that, well, needs to decide. We're seeing Adam measuring up again.
Bring up again here. And get his charge.
And it,
So,
could repeat that, Andreas?
okay, so we rolled a 9, and that is enough to get in there. Do we know that? Have we got confirmation that he's in?
That's perhaps what they are trying to work
they
out.
are probably trying to figure that out. Yeah. So he's looking to see what can he do with that 9-inch charge on the roll.
Yeah.
That is the question. He's considering going for that cockatrice and taking it out early. We'll just have to see what happens if that's the case. We do have some blood warriors there, but I don't really see them being a threat enough for the dragon on their own.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting what he decides to do here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's moving in.
He's going in. Yep, there we have it. So let's see. So he's avoiding the cockatrice for now. He might be plowing into it to try to take it out to avoid anything bad coming from it.
Yeah, but it is a 6-inch, so he can't take that out. So it should be. Adam needs to rely on. Konstantinos failing that roll. It looks like that's our only charge this turn.
That looks like there was a roar going on here.
Yeah. And we have a 1. Is that the
from Konstantinos?
cockatrice roll?
That
Yeah.
would be the cockatrice roll of the scene.
Which means that the zombie dragon is
It's
not
a-
getting.
okay.
Yep, he's not getting his D3 mortal wounds and not hitting only on 6s.
That is. Then we have some rolls here now for the attacks.
Should be the attacks from the zombie dragon.
Yes, these would be the attacks from the zombie dragon. And that is a very squished. What exactly was that?
Was that being removed? It was the skull cannon.
Yes,
Yeah.
the skull cannon. Okay. So the skull cannon was totally annihilated there.
Yes. Which means that are we getting a score here? It looks like
I would assume
Adam is
so.
scoring 5 points
Yeah.
simply
Yeah.
by getting his bad tactic. And now we're getting a
Nice.
priority
Yep,
roll.
there's the roll off, and we have Konstantinos taking the second priority there. That is going to be a big deal, definitely.
It's
Because,
an important decision. Well, does he have
yeah.
can he afford giving it away for that turn?
Yeah, just to be able to burn an objective here, because he might want to do that to stop the zombies from being too worthwhile here. Because they are kind of capturing that objective, and that's going to be a slog for him to make his way through and to get those off the objective.
Yeah.
To do something with it. Because right now he's just put the axe there to kind of block their advance, but he's not doing anything with that objective.
Yeah,
So the
exactly.
question is though, what's gonna happen if he gives this turn away? He still has his screens intact.
Mm-hmm.
The dragon could rampage, take out the cockatrice, maybe some blood warriors,
Yeah.
but not a lot more on that.
No, yeah, and that's
And
not
on
it's
the
not a
other
big
side-
chunk.
Exactly, and on the other side, like he does have a charge up there with wolves and the blood knights and so on, but all he can really get to is the screens.
Yeah.
So giving this away wouldn't be totally terrible because he could also control the objectives.
Yeah.
One objective, like one of the back objectives for Adam, for instance,
Exactly.
and just force him to keep moving.
Yeah.
Because then otherwise he would just be standing there. So that would kind of like force Adam to go to him so he could get that really valuable counter charge.
Yeah, and it's always nice to keep. Yeah, it looks like he gave it away to Adam.
Yeah, and that would be Yep. So Adam has been given the double here,
Yeah.
which is interesting to see. But I think it's also the right call, most likely.
Yeah, I'd say so. And
We also have a comment here that we have neglected to tell everyone that Adam Sääf is one of the most handsome players in Sweden,
Yeah.
according to some of the people here.
Konstantinos gets the first. Okay.
Konstantinos took it. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, this is interesting. I'm not sure that is the call I would make. But it depends also. I'm sure he has a plan, and he's worried about that dragon because he has to do something about it before he loses all his weapons against it. So there is a merit to it, I think. But he's also risking a lot because now he has to push.
Yeah,
And then comes the counter charge.
yeah.
And if he doesn't get rid of that dragon,
Yeah, and well, I guess by taking this first turn, he's also sort of not putting himself on the back foot by on the controlling side of the objectives, of
That
course,
is true.
because Adam would get a hold of 4. Perhaps that's his reasoning.
Yeah.
I mean, that's of course. I mean, I wouldn't sort of second guess Konstantinos' moves, but
No.
yeah, it's always a.
Slay the sorcerer? Was that Slay Sorcerer?
Slay the sorcerer.
So he is going for hope. I mean, he's hoping for the dragon, I assume, if he can. That would be the general as well, but it could also be that he goes for the foot vampire. It
Yeah.
would be a lot simpler for him to do.
Yeah,
But then
we
he
have
has to get a move on, I think.
Slay the Sorcerer. That's if we could get that battle tactic up. That's a book battle tactic. This is one. You pick one enemy wizard hero on the battlefield. You complete this battle tactic. That hero is slain during this turn.
Can we hear which one he has picked? I'm guessing him because I saw him pointing at the little boy.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably the little foot vampire that he's going to try to take care of. The question is how.
By the way, we have a question about the table dice. Yeah, every table on this tournament has been. Each player has been given a set of dice, or rather, there's a set of attacker dice and a set of defender dice for each table, and they are only allowed to use those dice. And the other dice can only be used as markers and stuff like that.
Exactly, and this is just to keep things consistent and for everyone to see what's going on.
Yeah, should be never be anything unclear about.
Yeah. This is mainly just to keep things clear, as Jesper's been very adamant about. He wants everything to be by the book, and by the book he means by his book. So that's just how he rolls here. But you can also see how that would alleviate any confusion or, of course, any suspicion of any wrongdoings here.
Yeah.
Why not? Just
Personally, I absolutely hate faction dice.
faction dice can be a hell to deal with. You are very correct about that.
Yeah.
Can we just get a confirmation which hero was chosen? Was it the foot vampire, or was it the dragon? Or Neferata, but I don't think it would be Neferata.
Well, that would be a gutsy move.
That would be a gutsy move, but I don't really see that happening. But the foot one is also very far behind. Oh yeah. Okay. So he's gone for the general. Yes. So he's going all in on taking out the dragon before
So
it can
it's
do any
get
more
points for the stuff I want to do anyway.
harm. Exactly. It's very much that. It's like, okay, I have to kill the dragon somehow. Might as well do it. Make it by battle tactic. So now we'll just have to see how much damage he can do with what he's got over on that side.
Yeah, this will be very decisive.
Yeah, we have the Skull Rippers in the back here, but I don't see them getting into that fight. That is a long way for them to run.
Yeah, it is. And
But possibly the Bloodthirster.
yeah, the Bloodthirster should make it in there.
Maybe. I think he needs a pretty good charge to make that as it
I
is at the
wouldn't.
moment.
If I were Konstantinos, I would not be. He has moved already.
I believe he has moved
Oh
already.
yeah, okay.
Yes.
So I wouldn't not. So the Blood Warriors alone.
I don't have a lot of high hopes for them in this case. We're talking about a big zombie dragon with a 3-up unrendable and a 6-up save. And they have, I believe, 16 wounds is it nowadays?
Yeah, that's
In the new book, I haven't double checked that, but I believe it is something along those lines. It's 14 or 16 wounds. It's quite a bit.
Yeah,
And we also have a confirmation that there's of course no objective removed by Adam, because I think he also feels that he's quite confident in the setup at the moment, on the lay of the land. He has a solid hold on the middle objective with his with the zombies, so I don't see him needing to remove any objectives at the moment.
So yeah, it's 16 wounds.
It's 16 wounds.
16 wounds. Yeah.
16 wounds with a 3-up unrendable save. That is a doozy. We have a second move here from the Bloodthirster. There we go. He did some shenanigans.
Yeah, it's
that might have been a hero face move first. Yes, that very well have been something.
I must say that if superstition counts for anything, sort of driving down last night over the fields of West Gothia. I sort of had a strong feeling of if I stop here, the cannibal hordes will sort of tear me to pieces. Perhaps that's always a sign when you're driving that. But when I passed the town or village or whatever of Skalmeja, which would be sort of mowing skulls, I got a strong feeling that corn might have some sway this weekend. But and they're also sort of just in the same way as when you're traveling across the fields of Akshi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's scary traveling those plains.
Seems like a fun time indeed. So now we can see here that he has definitely shortened the distance, and that is not quite as hard a charge to make with the Bloodthirster.
Yeah, it's a lot more power than just 10 Blood Warriors.
Yeah, and you can also see here that the Skull Reapers, they have moved quite a bit forward too, because of his movement shenanigans in the hero phase and stuff. So you can't really get them up there.
Because we didn't, I don't know if the Blood Tithe counts, but I mean, he didn't. Here it's moving again.
There's another move.
Because we haven't seen a lot of deaths.
It was like two hero face moves. That was a double hero face move there.
Yeah, of course they can make Blood Tithe through prayers and stuff like that.
And then you can move with it, and then you can pray for movements. There's a lot of movement going on there. These little D6s here and there. Exactly. So prayer and Blood Tithe, exactly.
Yeah, prayer to the
Oh, you guys are having fun with all the other games.
Yeah, we're getting reports through by the community that Kalle Fridholm is up 5-0 after the first turn.
The community has its feelers out here.
It's the small issue of his opponent not having a turn yet, but
could be a factor in the lead of 5-0 there. Could be a factor. Will be interesting also to see here in a short while here if we can see like any big shake-ups around the room. We'll have to have our reporter here take a look around in a little bit here. We've seen how this goes. We have to see what happens to this dragon here.
Yeah, we are very much in the early stages of the game, but I do have a strong feeling that if that zombie dragon survives, which looks like a tough deal. It's a rough ask. At the moment.
That 3-up unrendable can be really hard to break through if you're unlucky though. We'll just have to see how the mortal wounds go
But if it does survive, then Konstantinos have really put himself in a bad situation.
Oh yes.
But, on the other hand, if the gamble go through, which perhaps it's not that risky gamble, but anyway.
But we can also see here that Konstantinos has to kind of like retreat a bit here now, make his screens smaller, shorter. He kind of has to concentrate his forces a bit. Yeah,
he's very much giving up the center of the table for this.
So he is giving a lot of leeway to Adam to really take control of the board. And that is a dangerous gambit. He really has to start killing things for it to work. Because otherwise he's going to be that far behind on the points.
Yeah.
So there's a lot riding on this dragon now.
Yeah, it is.
Do we have we might have something along the line of a Finest Hour here, but I'm not sure that's going to help because of his unrendable. So
yeah,
I don't know what Adam can do to help this poor dragon stay alive though.
Do we have anything like that?
I don't think that would make a difference, to be honest, because it's unmodifiable from the artifact. Is it 10 inch shard? 11 inch? Okay, from the from the Skull Reapers there. Yeah. Okay. So the Skull Reapers, there was a long.
I see a roll of 5 and a. Can we see the other die?
Where is the other die? I think you said it was a 10 or 11 or something. There is a long shot, but it's probably not long enough. Let's see what the other one is.
So we did a chart reroll with the
Skull Reapers,
failed.
and they failed.
And they
So the
failed.
Skull Reapers are not in. And that, of course, that is a big powerhouse that is not getting in there.
Yeah, it really is.
That
And,
would
as,
cement the death of that dragon, most likely.
yeah, 3d6 charge. Yeah, they had the 3d6
yeah,
charge,
the
yeah, of
3d6.
course.
Yeah, otherwise, it would be a long shot to do those. But
Yeah, I was
unfortunately, we
thinking
didn't
that.
really get there even with the 3d6.
Yeah, the bloodthirsty
So
whips
the
them
Bloodthirster
into-
will, of course, try to make his.
See. Adam does here. What was that roll, Andreas?
What was that roll? Do we have anything? Was that some?
We're seeing some.
Yeah, the blood one. Oh, roar. Okay.
Roar.
Was that the blood warrior?
So we're
So
seeing.
the blood warriors are in. Did the blood? Right, and the
Yeah.
bloodthirsters did not. Bloodthirster did not make it either. The bloodthirster did not get in. Oh, this is rough for Konstantinos though. The blood warriors will not do much against
So
that
he
dragon.
has neither the blood reapers nor the bloodthirster to complete his battle tactic.
This is gonna be rough. He had a bit of a gamble. I don't know why he was that far away. Was that? Oh, that's because of the is that like some sort of a teleport or something? I don't get why he was that far away.
Which one? Sorry.
With the bloodthirster. Why would they put the bloodthirster that far away there? Maybe there was some limitation I didn't think of.
Yeah.
But
And,
because he put himself for a long charge there for some reason. Maybe he wanted to just give the space for the
blood reapers to
yeah
to
to
get
make
in.
it to get through, but
Skull reapers, yeah. Sorry.
yeah, Skull Reapers exactly.
Yeah. So that means that the general survives.
The general survives,
yeah.
and Adam has a strong position for bottom turn 2 here.
Yeah. I mean. Are Konstantinos holding that upper left objective? Could you, if you could zoom to that?
Yes, of course, yes, he is. Sorry, that would be this one. Yeah. So no. So he's clearly holding the top one there.
The top right, yeah. But what
Yes.
about the top left?
The top left, which would be
Which would be the
this one. Are you talking about you were saying
that
this
one, yeah. No, with the 10. No, that's Adams as well. Which
the
means
wolves
that,
over there are Adams.
yeah.
So it's all Adam over there.
Yeah. But oh yeah, the wolves as well. Sorry.
Yes. So
sorry,
it's all-
sorry.
it's all-
That's me.
it's all Adam
It's
over
all
here,
Adam.
so-
It's not there at all.
No,
Sorry.
exactly. So there's nothing
Yeah.
there.
So Konstantinos is can only see
So
him
he's
holding
he's
one.
holding 2 objectives.
Yeah,
he's
with
still
the
holding the one
yeah,
next
he's
to
not
the
holding the one to the center.
But the center one, no, he doesn't have enough.
Yeah, no, don't so which
So he's
me-
holding 2, which is it's still 4 points. Well, 2 points.
No,
sorry,
2
because
points,
he
yeah.
lost the 2
yeah,
points for battle
this
tactics.
is really rough for Konstantinos.
That is not the take the initiative turn that you want.
Yeah, are we seeing saves from the Blood Warriors? One die.
Show me the money, Adam, says Leland. Yes. And we can see here that, yeah, we're just... Let's see how many Blood Warriors are being taken off here. Yeah, so it turns out the general isn't that hungry for blood at the moment.
Taking out 1 or 2
Just
Blood Warriors.
Yeah, just taking the odd man there. Whiffing some of his more important roles there, most likely the Jawz and stuff. Not doing a lot.
The main thing is not dying, actually.
but it's still doing its job. Just sitting there is scoring him points, or at least denying Konstantinos points by just keeping him from getting that battle. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. So there we have the end of Konstantinos' turn with 2 points. No bad tactic there.
Yeah, that is rough. We're also having, by the way, the scoring for the the event.
Yes.
It's a straight up 4 points for a major victory, 3 for a minor, 2 for a draw, and 1 for a minor loss, and 0 for a major loss. So it's all about the win.
It's all about the win.
Yeah, and since we
major
and since we have a 32-player tournament, we will have a winner at the end of the tournament with 5 consecutive wins.
There'll be one person only.
Yeah. Should we end up somehow in a draw situation, there's the main
Dividing.
tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker
Sorry,
yes.
is battle tactics. So just it's not only losing the game by losing the battle tactics, you are also putting yourself in.
Yeah, it's a position of,
Yeah.
of you might be going up or down a position or two based on
Yeah.
how you do with the battle tactics.
Yeah, and that could of course influence a lot of things. And
yes.
of course, if you don't get the win, you much rather end up on the podium than not. So yeah.
Exactly. It can be worth getting that nice second or third place. I remember that was the dividing factor
Yeah.
when it came to last year around. So sorry, what? Yeah, what? Could you just repeat what happened to the flesh hounds? What happened to the flesh hounds? Gaining momentum, yes. So we have gaining momentum called on the flesh hounds on the top right here. So that is an easy target here for Adam to just zooming on here, take out those 5 flesh hounds, score an easy battle tactic, and take that objective. Really pushing Konstantinos back into the corner here.
Yeah. I mean, he's not only behind on points, he's also behind on board space.
Yes.
So yeah.
And that is going to make it rough for him now, because you can also see that he has moved most of his power away from that side.
Yeah,
And the dragon is healed back to full, of course. You can see that there. But you can also see that he's kind of concentrated his power. He really wanted to take that dragon out, and he kind of had to clear that flank to be able to cement some sort of power hold here going. So it's going to be rough for him now to try to deal with this. He's going to have to be very lucky with his combats and choose them wisely. And he definitely has to do something about the middle there.
Yeah.
Most likely he'll have to get the Skull Rippers to go up there.
I mean,
possibly the Wrathmongers to go in there.
It is a corner army, so a lot of stuff can happen when they do get to charge in.
But
So
he has to get lucky with dealing with the threats that he has, and also taking some ground.
let's just say he's made the mistake you're perhaps allowed to do in a game.
Yeah, definitely.
So for this
Oh,
to turn, he really needs to
Definitely.
get
And
the
this was also a situation where he had to take a chance, and it didn't turn out in his favor. But we'll just have to see if he can salvage this.
Yeah.
And I think that's down to some key dice rolls. Very much.
It is.
And of course, he has to make the right choices at the right time, and then hope that the right objectives stay.
Yeah, and of course, since we are counting straight wins, a major win with a 1 point lead is still a major win.
Yeah. It's not about how big you win, it's just about winning.
So you really should never give up.
Definitely
Just
not.
try to turn the fight around. I mean, Adam can still make mistakes. He can flank rolls.
Anything can still happen. This is just turn 2.
Yeah,
we have 3 more turns after this.
As you can see at the top of the screen, both players have about an hour left on the clock.
Yeah.
I should mention that, by the way, since if either player runs out of time, the game keeps going. But the player out of time can't do anything, of course. He's done his part.
And that is going to be rough.
Yeah,
so
and all the battle shock rolls are counted as 6s and stuff like that. So, but we are in the round 2 here, and I don't see there being any issues here for any of these players.
These are both very skilled players. They know what they're doing. They know how to keep track of the time. I don't really see them making any huge mistakes in that end.
Yep.
I know Adam has a lot of because he's the one with most of the models here with all the zombies. But I think he also knows what to prioritize when he's running low on time.
Yeah,
So-
I mean,
so
he's a
he's-
world's player.
Yeah,
so
he's been through the ring a
Yeah.
couple of times here. So
Konstantinos hasn't played on Worlds, but he is definitely both a merited and an experienced tournament player.
definitely.
I mean, there's no random chance that has given him the trophy for the year.
No.
He's definitely earned it. So yeah. By the way, he's that rare sort of player that wins both the painting awards and the gaming awards.
Yeah, Konstantinos definitely shook things up a bit when he started to go in properly for the tournament. I know he started out with more of the hobby aspect, and then he was like, okay, I'll go start playing a little bit, and he started seeing in the tournaments, and just noticed that shit, this is going well. So
Yeah. It's easy to play with good-looking models.
that is true. I think that's half the Valve won just by putting a beautiful model on the table.
Let's just quickly here give you a sense of how it looks. And perhaps just, we won't have any sound for this, but just give you guys a look around the venue, perhaps.
So here we have the venue. So the venue is here, and then we have
I
just
believe
zoom up
we-
here and drift over the ocean. We have a lot of these people. You can see a lot of tables going on here. Just gonna try to. Really strong light right in the face of the camera. That is a good idea. We need to
Yeah.
sort that out for the next round. Here we can see we have yep, over there we can see. So we have a lot of games going on over here, and I think we're all in a good mood today,
Yeah.
and everything seems to be going smoothly, except for some tech issues
For us.
on our end here.
And we're back to the table.
It was definitely there as well. So back to our game here. We are all, of course, to Adam moving everything up. He has moved up both his flank with the wolves and blood knights. You can see now he's readying for the blood knights, of course, to take out those wolves
Yeah,
or the flesh hounds.
it shouldn't be a problem.
Not an issue. He might even also put the wolves up there just to block off a little bit, to keep pushing that kind of front line forward a bit. But they would just flank the flesh.
Yeah, we haven't seen them redeployed, but that could also be a thing done by the wolves from Adam. So just to keep him.
Exactly, because then if you redeployed on the wolves,
Yeah,
that would just let him get there anyway. So
yeah.
that's a
So
good call. He knows how to kind of push his opponent into the corner. And then we have the shot from the.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so we
You needed
rolled
a
charge,
reroll.
for the Blood Knights. You got a double one. But then on the reroll, he at least made a 5, which was enough to get in there. Even though he didn't get a lot of models in there, he can still pile in and hopefully do enough there.
Oh yeah, and they have that high damage on the charge as well.
Exactly. Plus, he can during the pile in just walk a little bit, step on their toes, do a little bit extra mortal wounds,
Yeah.
just for the hell of it.
It looks like he needed a 5 though, if that was what we
that
rerolled
looks
too.
very, very much like at least a 4 or 5 there. Yes.
So I mean, another double one on the
Another
charge.
double one on the charge. I'm guessing that was for the wolves.
Yeah, I guess it should be enough with a Blood. But of course, we could see a similar situation here with the dice
If he
denying
doesn't get
Alan.
enough damage in on those flesh hounds, it would have been helpful for him to have those wolves for some extra dice there, seeing as the Blood Knights didn't get very far.
Yeah.
So he has to get a little bit of luck with him now just to take those out and score that ball tactic.
Yeah.
Oh, so but Neferata is coming you know, to saving the day here. She's coming in with a 10-inch
Should be
charge
enough.
there. Definitely enough to get her in there.
She needs to run across
yeah.
a couple of rocks, but yeah.
Yeah.
She's
yeah,
in there.
But she's a flyer, so she doesn't care.
Yeah, but yep. Still needs to fit in with the base.
She
and
does
everything.
have to fit in though, and it looks like a tight fit because she doesn't want to bring those Wrathmongers into combat there, and that's pretty much what we're looking at now. They're trying to see can she fit without pulling the Wrathmonger.
Guy is in, right?
No, he decided that he's going to have to try to be
A little more
a little
conservative.
more conservative with that, yes, and kind of hide in the back. He wanted to get in to try to get to one of those little side characters there, one of the priests, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah. So if we could get from the chat, when we did that panning view, did you get the sound from us, or were everything muted?
Yeah, it could have been muted because of the camera. That would be good to know, just to make sure that our sound was still going through while we were doing the venue pan. Okay.
He's considering what to do with the Neferata here. Like,
No, he has put Neferata in there. They just
It's
put a
okay,
marker
so,
there because
yeah.
wobbly model syndrome. Yes.
yeah, that's a good.
So that makes
that's a
total
good call.
sense. Yeah, makes total sense because you don't want to have that hanging there and just crashing down and ruining everything. So they just put down a marker to let everyone know where she's at. So she's at that orange marker you can see here.
So let's say Konstantinos wins the next priority roll. I am assuming you would get. He would try to go second again, just to be able to remove one of the objectives. On the other hand, that gives the Adam the double for
And the double. Yeah.
yeah. So if he goes second and on the third, he will, in order to be able to remove one of the objectives that looks solid in control of Adam,
Yeah.
he will get the double turn from him into. So that's a tough choice.
That is a tough choice.
In
So
this,
in order to just
or-
keep momentum,
well,
he risks losing an objective, like
Yeah.
perhaps the one in the bottom there, where
Yes.
the only one is holding. That could be 0 points on objectives if you're
Yeah.
lucky then.
so that
That
this
would be
is
a
a rough
dangerous
position. for
taking that first turn too.
Yeah. And if I were Adam and I won that priority, in this situation, given that Neferata clears that objective in
Yeah.
that upper right, I would definitely give it away.
Especially if she has the buff on her for the if she's got her spell off on herself, then she should be fine. We don't know what damage those hex quarter skulls cause if they mess things up for him.
Yeah, could have done
but
that.
but if that was not the case, and Neferata does have her spell buff on herself, then she's going to be pretty solid there as well with her good unrunnables. So. Yep.
Blood Knights are hitting on 3s and 3s. Konstantinos has the Skull Fiend Tribe subfaction, and I should. It's not done.
Oh, it's not.
Ole, thank you.
Thank you for
pointing that out.
letting us know that. And those are they are gone. Yeah. So they were cleared off the board quite easily by the Blood Knights. That means Neferata is open here to have some fun with her pile-in.
Oh yeah, this is really going sort of solidly in Adam's favor now. He should be scoring 5 points, and yeah.
So he has his 5 points in the bag. Not an issue at all.
Yeah. And now we're seeing the Blood Warriors.
By the way, Jesper is not here. This is Liara and Eric, but you are most welcome anyway.
Yeah, we're seeing the Blood Warriors piling into the Zombie Dragon. It's undamaged now,
It seems like it took one wound or something along those lines.
Like
But
yeah.
we'll see here if he
healed in
anything
the-
else here, Konstantinos, and see if we can.
But if he can't kill it,
I
it'll
don't
probably
know.
just
There's
heal
no
up
way
again.
he's killing
Yeah.
it with just the Blood Warriors. I do not see that happening. That looks like 6
Some nice
saves.
6 saves, yeah.
Yeah, on 3 ups here. It's like maybe 1 or 2 going through.
It's like 2, right?
Yeah,
For 4.
4 damage I've seen maybe. No, that's 2.
2 damage.
2 damage.
No, here's the 4
okay,
damage.
Yeah, so 4. Four shrugs could be all that. Oh no, he was unwounded. That was.
It's something else. It's perhaps a buff or something like that.
So I don't know if you can see how much damage we have on it there.
So
4 damage on it.
Neferata piles into that.
Neferata is piling into the Wrathmongers over there. That's where we have it at.
Yeah.
There you go. Let's see how things are going here. We're starting to see he's looking at all the attacks here now. To see how this goes here. She has a whole bunch of attacks on her profile. Nothing super amazing. It's generally a bunch of damage 2 stuff.
4 hits going in.
4 hits on the, I believe this is to the dagger. Yep.
2.
So he just seemed to do a better saving there. There's some 6s and stuff. So that was the first weapon of many. Now comes the second weapon she has. Maybe it's like a sword or a staff or something. But
I'm not sure about the Wrathmonger output these days.
they're probably pretty badass because it seems like
usually they always have been.
Right now, so, yes, they've been pretty good, but also kind of swingy. I believe. I think they had like less rend and more damage.
I mean, since he did elect to move Neferata into the Wrathmongers, he could have just.
I don't see them taking her out anytime soon. And especially if we can get some sort of confirmation if she has any buffs on her, that would be great to know.
It's a 1 for the save.
I don't know if that was all the attacks. He's just noting down how much damage they're taking, I think.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I believe they I don't know if they do that in the new book, but they used to at least do some more wounds when they died. So that might be what they're looking at. Yes.
Here we are.
Okay, 1, 2, 3 of them dead. 4. Oh wow! 1 guy left on 1 wound or 2 or something along those lines.
And he keeps that.
He keeps the champion, or I suppose, so he gets to pile in better than nothing.
Better than nothing, yeah. And if he does.
Oh, and Korgos gets to pile in because he has a 6-inch pile in, I believe, doesn't he?
Oh.
I think Korgos, at least he last time I checked, I believe he had something along those lines. That's why Korgos is pulled in there. Yep. That is dangerous because he could just reality split her out of existence.
Let's have a look at Korgos' War Scroll.
Let's have a look at that, yes.
So good to see old friends being brought back into the
Korgos,
fold.
that was like among the first.
It's in the first launch box.
Yeah, it's in the first box. I remember getting that when I started out with AOS. I had a Korgos Cole.
I don't think we can bring it up on screen, but
no. When you are looking at the one here.
So, Blades of Corn, we have
and
Korgos Cole.
So let's have a look at Korgos Cole, shall we? So we're looking at 7 wounds, 3 up save, the usual, yes. 6 attacks with his axe of corn. It's 8-inch piling even, because he's a bit cooler because of 8, of course. And he still has the reality splitting axe, yes. But you have to do the claws before the axe, and etc. And if he does any damage with the axe on a 5-up, he will slay whoever he has damaged. So that is risky.
Yeah, it is. There's always a danger going up against him.
Yep. That 8-inch pylon is.
Is Korgos done with his attacks, or?
I think maybe there are saves going on right now. Oh, okay, seems he is done and didn't seem to do any damage to her. Oh no. Let's see, there is damage. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so Neferata has taken damage. Okay, so I don't know. Yeah, we'll see if any of that was from Korgos, but if it wasn't, she'll be fine. We're now seeing the zombie dragon fighting back at the blood warriors here, just trying to clear a bit. Yeah, that wound marker is indeed not where it should be. Maybe we can have our table boss just point out that wound marker should probably be next to the model that it is referring to for the Wrathmonger. Just in case they forget.
Yeah. No, now we're seeing the roll for the splitting axe.
On here. Let's see. You can see it. Oh.
And it's a 6!
Oh, the Ferrata is gone! Damn!
Splits right out of the realms.
Right out of the reality itself. That is what Korgoskul does. Hides in his 8 inches and removes someone from existence. What an amazing thing. That is a rough blow for Adam. Losing
He
never
still has a lot of grip on the game, but
he does. I don't think it's enough to.
changes
Yeah, I don't
it.
think it's enough to change the tile valve too much. But if Konstantinos now gets this turn, he can do a lot more because now that big monster is gone.
Yep.
There's a big presence there, and also like all the debuffs and stuff that she had going, and both with her spell, but also with her aura. So
Yeah.
she could really just keep.
And now we
keep
saw
things
that
going.
very dice being picked up.
Yeah, now they remove
Konstantino
the die
takes the priority.
there.
Which means he has.
Remind them of that die that was picked up. Like, should have been picked up. Oh,
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
matter. The rat
bad.
is gone anyway, so then we don't have to worry about it. Good.
So, public safety announcement: don't use dice as wound markers, guys.
Yeah, or at least use a different die,
Yeah.
so you know specifically that they are not the same dice you're rolling.
Yeah.
That is a good public service announcement here.
It
Make
is.
sure your wounds are marked by something other than the dice you're rolling.
I'm putting Adam for 5 points here.
That's a solid 5 points, no issues whatsoever. Yep. No. So, yep, it looks like Konstantinos got it and Adam is removing it. Is that correct?
So we have Jesper in the booth.
But Jesper is with us in the booth here. How's it going? Yep. He is just in the zone, making everything work here.
Yeah. So, Andreas, so have Adam removed any of the objectives? Yeah, so the bottom right objective is burn. It's out, which means that Konstantinos at the moment controls the sum total of 0 objectives. Well, I really can't see, but I really can't see how we can. What bat tactic he should be using now? Because yes.
Yeah, does she have anything to take out the general or a monster or something like that? Depends on pretty much what he has available in his book, I think. Otherwise, possibly eye for an eye or something along those lines.
Eye for an eye can always be taken, of course, but.
Yeah.
What's that? Again on this? Hey, an eye for an eye?
We don't.
Sorry.
We are just speculating so far.
We've gone for the slaying the sorcerer and cutting maneuver on his previous rounds, but how is he doing on Galatian champions?
To the Blood Knights. What battle tactic do we have then?
Or are we seeing a heroic face fight here first?
Oh, that could be it. Eye for an eye. Yes,
Yeah.
we have eye for an eye, as we thought.
So let's bring that up on the overlay, of course.
Issue here with one of our cameras, so that's why things are a bit uncertain there.
So
Den är igång, men man måste starta om den bilden.
Okay, so let's do that. What? Sorry, for a while we'll do some.
Just a sec here while we do some tech solving here.
Should we switch to this, by the way? Yeah, let's do that.
Ja, dubbelklicka på
That is not working.
Nope. Yep. This lovely still.
And we just need to update that. There we go.
Yeah, we can have a look at it again. Let Jesper do. He's not only the head judge for the game, for the tournament. He's also yeah.
There we go. Now we should be running with that camera. So, what is the plan here now for Konstantinos?
Thank you, Jesper.
Thank you very much.
Everything going smoothly out there?
Yeah.
running post.
Sweet.
I witnessed the run cleaving axe.
Yeah, you saw that around splitting
I was
axe.
around the table at the moment.
Reality splitting axe, yep. Yeah, that was. That's what Korgo's Call is for.
Yeah.
Piling in 8 inches and removing people from
It's
existence.
a great atmosphere out there, friendly games all around.
That's
Now you can actually use this one.
yes, exactly.
Move it a bit.
Fantastic to hear that everything is going smoothly, everyone is happy and friendly and is in a good mood. So we're having a great tournament today. It's final to the Swedish Masters. You can also see here, like looking at the clock, that Adam has had to take a bit of extra time moving all those models, and you can show on the clock here. Not that I think it's going to be that big of an issue, because he's also taken control. He's done a lot of the movement that he needs to when it comes to the zombies and stuff. The question now is, what can Konstantinos do here to start taking some points back?
Yeah,
Because
he really does.
really needs to get a move on that.
So remember, the bottom right objective is out of the game, so it's all about that. I guess it's the center objective, but that's a 20 zombie horde.
So he has to probably go with the Skull Reapers into the zombies and start clearing those out to take that objective. Or he could send the Bloodthirster in there and then use the Skull Reapers to go for the Blood Knights, which might be what he's doing actually, what I can see here. Maybe Korgo's going along with the Skull Reapers into the Blood Knights, just trying to clear those out. The problem, of course, is that there's still a lot of wolves standing on that objective too. So he might not conquer it this turn. It's going to have to be something in the long run, and will that be enough to
Yeah, but
get the points?
if he takes those 2 objectives, he's only scoring 2 on the objectives, not 3. And that
And
puts
especially
him
if one of
further.
more disappears of those, it is an uphill battle for him.
Yeah.
It is an uphill battle. But he has to do something. So we'll have to see how. Yeah, and that's a redeploy on the Blood Knights now, just to make it that much harder for him to reach out. 4 on the redeploy.
That's a good
that's
roll.
gonna be a lot more to charge for.
Yeah, that's a. It looks like it's at least a 7-inch charge, something like that, beforehand.
Yeah, exactly. Like started out with maybe a 6 or 7 inch. Now we're looking at around a 10-inch charge.
Yeah.
So maybe with a 3d6, if you can get in there, that's at least a more or less average roll.
Yeah,
But
but
it's far from
doesn't that mean the Bloodthirster being around for the whipping up, or?
Yes, so we'd have to get the Bloodthirster moving as well, but he hasn't moved the Bloodthirster yet.
So what's the distance of that charge?
That looks like a 9-inch.
Is that a 9-inch
What are we looking at?
stick we're seeing? Looks like it.
Yeah, looks like a 9 or a 10. That's
Yeah.
very much what we're looking at now, yeah. So he really needs the whipping. Oh, the question is here, is he looking now to move the Bloodthirster in the back? Hang on.
Or if it's
So
by just measuring the bubbles.
Yeah, it could just be measuring the bubbles too. It's probably measuring the bubble from the Bloodsecretor. But the Bloodsecretor has a big bubble nowadays, so I don't think that's an issue. What
Putting a
happens?
marker for where
Oh,
it can move. It is moving.
he is going up there. Okay.
Well,
And then he has to. I
if
don't
you
know if
did,
that was
it's
the only
another
move,
9-inch
or
charge,
if he
but I guess it's
Yeah.
sort of an extra reroll
yeah.
for the Bloodthirster. And,
Sure.
or for he
So
absolutely needs to
Yeah.
get his battle tactic for this round.
Oh yes, definitely. So he has to. That's why he's focusing so much on taking those Blood Knights out.
I mean,
So he has to do it.
He has to do it. Even if he does, he scores 2 points on the objectives.
If he gets enough models on there, that's 1 point on that objective.
Yeah, but that still only puts him on 11-10.
I don't think he's going to score 2 objectives now. That's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, that's a bit.
He's gonna score one
It
objective.
absolutely
He's going to
is.
score 1 objective at the most.
Yeah, he's
He's retreating with the Blood Warriors.
Yeah, that's a good move. Or they could.
That's kind of forces the dragon to make a choice on dealing with them or going forth.
Yeah, and
I
they're
guess maybe
still
he just
close
wants
enough
to keep them alive because he needs the models.
Yeah, he absolutely does. And,
Otherwise he's gonna
it's still 7 or 8 left of them, so
it's like,
they can.
6 or 7 maybe.
And they are close enough now. It's turn 3, so for the coming 2 turns, they can threaten one or two, one of the objectives.
Yeah,
being close
exactly.
to them.
So if the dragon moves out of there because he kind of has to deal with the heavy hitters,
Yeah.
he can like run past it and go for the back line there for those zombies, because that's just a small unit of zombies. Yeah.
Oh, 10 bloodletters
So
being
he's
summoned.
summoning. Yeah. We have summoned of 10 bloodletters just to get more models. But he needs the models on the board now.
Absolutely does, and is summoning them close to the Blood Knights. I
Yeah.
think.
He just wants to put everything into there so he can
He needs to
secure
kill
that
that.
objective.
Yeah, or and more than anything, secure that. No,
Oh,
I was thinking about the battle tactic because
yeah.
he has.
Yes.
If he wants to charge with Korgos, he wants to charge with the Blood Reavers and the Bloodthirster, and has a reroll that puts him so he can safely have at least 2 or 3 of those units in there just to be able to kill the unit.
Because that's a given.
One of them is not guaranteed to be enough.
And so what he's looking at now is just to see if can he start working on those zombies already with those bloodletters.
Yeah, if either of Korgos or the Blood Reavers in the middle fails their charge into the Blood Knights, they should of course go into the zombies, I guess.
Yeah, they might be able to reach the zombies, but it's not that it's not that much closer for. I mean, Korgos is definitely in wherever he wants to go because he has his 8-inch pilot. So he's fine. He's gonna reach whatever he wants to. But the Skull
Well,
Reapers,
not the Blood. Oh, yeah, he should do that.
Yeah,
He
he's
should
probably
do-
within 8 of those
That's true.
Blood Knights too, I think. It looks like it from here. I can't say for sure.
Yeah, if it's a 9-inch for the Blood Reavers, then
Yes.
it should be
But it
within 8 for them.
definitely looks a
Korgos.
little bit like it. So.
Interesting.
What the situation is there, but I believe that should be within range.
Yeah.
And worst case, he can go into the zombies, but you don't really want him in the zombies. You want him going
In reality,
into
split the zombie to
reality.
isn't quite the thing
and
that
also
Deferata is.
like you don't want him to get all the mortal wounds from them. Oh,
Reavers-
so re-rolling the charge.
Are the Blood
Something is
Reavers
in- what
in?
is that the-
Blood Reavers.
The Skull Reapers. Yeah.
Skull Reapers.
The Skull
So-
Reapers are in, and that's gonna be a big thing.
Yeah.
15 inches.
Yeah. But they did need to burn the reroll
You
for
did
him.
need the reroll and the 3d6. That means that the chances of the Bloodthirster getting in there are significantly lower now. That's going to require a good roll. So the question now is, of course, what does Korgos do? Does he just go whack some zombies? I mean, why not?
Well, he has the luxury to wait.
He does,
We'll
but
see how things go, and if needed, he can pile up to
yeah,
them.
exactly. That's a good thing about how that 18 fine. That's a failed charge. Yeah, looks like a failed charge.
Another failed
That's
charge.
a 9-inch. That might be for the blood
So he needed a
letters.
10-inch charge, right?
Yeah, the Bloodthirster definitely won't reach. If that is what he's rolling for. So let's see what is he rolling for now.
Let's just see if we can get. Yeah, it's a failed charge. I guess it was that.
So one of them failed. We're trying to just figure out which charge is not failed, and I would assume then possibly that the bloodletters could get in there. And that is considering what to do with that. Now that he does have the Skull Reapers in there. But if he can get the bloodthirster in there, I don't see why he wouldn't put them in there, because he needs to get the models on there. But okay, so that was probably for the bloodthirster and failed. Yes. So it doesn't look like anything. Yeah. So it was just the skull reapers in there. So we'll see. We'll see.
My guess would be that they are enough to take those out.
I'm not 100% sure about
Yep.
that. It's always about the rolls, but they could definitely do it. I believe that they should have the output for it if the rolls are. So we have an auto attack and an auto defense going there.
That's quite natural. Yeah,
Makes
this
sense.
is very much the
That means
game
we have
riding
good
on this.
saves on those blood knights.
Yeah.
So he really needs to get through those. Let's see if we can. Just getting a second camera angle here. It's probably
the
better
rolls.
if we switch over to get the camera to be honest,
Yeah.
the way he's rolling right now. And you can just see if we can.
Can you hear us in this scene? Or are we muted?
There we go. Just looking at these rolls. There's a lot of dice going on there. It looks like a
Keep
good
them
dice roll
a
there.
bit still.
That's a lot of saves for Adam to
Thank
make.
you. Yep.
And I'm guessing these are probably more than one damage.
13 än så länge.
13 saves to be rolled.
Ooh, that's a lot going through. Okay, they're just damage 1 attacks. Then that is.
So I'm seeing 6 damage or something like that. But
Yeah,
will you have more
maybe
rolls
one
from
or two
Konstantinos?
Death Knights here.
Det kommer mer.
There are more attacks coming. See?
We'll see. So we can switch back to
Yeah, maybe we can.
add that. And if you want to. Yep. That's still a lot of attacks.
Yeah, another round of attacks going on here. You have so many dice, these guys. Crazy corners. Oh, he's moving this.
So the Soul Blight need to move a lot of models, but
Yeah.
Korn needs to roll a lot of dice.
Yep, that is true. This is where the time goes for Konstantinos here. Rolling dice. Oh,
Big
one. Here's it.
Good. And that's
So let's see how the saves go here.
only failed 4 of the
Only
saves.
4 saves.
What's the damage on the Skull Reapers?
Seems these are damage 2. So. Yeah. Yep, damage 2.
That's another 2 rolls.
So
I don't believe this looks
I'm not sure there's
really
gonna
good
be enough.
for Konstantinos.
Let's see how many we are losing now. Yeah. I don't see 10 blood knights going down that way. No.
It's a lot of.
Maybe
It's lost
half of them at the
4?
most, but 4.
4 or 5?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 lost. This is really uphill for Konstantinos now.
We have there. Yeah, that's 4 blood knights gone. Or is that 5? 1, 2, 3. It looks like 4. Could be possible.
Less than 10, which
Yeah.
is the important part.
Exactly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like that could have been half of the unit. Yes, so 5. That's not going to be enough.
No. That means we have
Let's see. How is the sound now? Is it working better, my friends? Yeah, I'm checking just to see if it's working better on stream. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, good.
Problem solved. Always plug it, like plug it out and plug it back in and see if it helps.
Yeah. Thanks for letting us know.
Thank you very much for getting heads up there. Yeah,
Korgo's
Korgo's going just to kill some zombies for the hell of it.
Yeah. Interesting how it does against the horn.
There he is with his lovely blue hound.
Standing by the skull gorgers.
Hex
Well,
Gorger skulls.
Hex sculls.
Yeah.
Hex
Everything
blood
is
things,
everything
skull.
is skulls of blood. That's all it is. Oh, we got some. He's just having fun. He's having the time of his life. Collecting some skulls, even though they aren't top quality. They're kind of
They're reused.
second-hand skulls for the skull throne. Not sure Korn would approve too much of that, but
Well,
a skull's a
he's
skull.
supposed not to care.
Exactly, a skull is a skull.
Yep. Not much blood, perhaps, but gore.
And the thing
Ickers and
is, sometimes half the skull is missing. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Then it's just like count for half a skull.
yeah, that's only half a skull.
That's only half a skull.
We need.
But I guess, do they weigh the skulls in pounds? Is that how they measure how much skull you bring to the skull throne? Or is it the number? Because, I mean,
Yeah.
there's got to be some quality.
Yeah, I'd go for
Questions there.
pileability.
Pileability, yes, there you have it. Pileability. How well does it pile?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so. Yeah. So we got a few zombies taken out, most likely there. I don't think they care too much. We are going to get some zombies back with a corpse card.
Yeah.
And of course we have the grave sets and everything, so I don't think Adam is too worried there. He's just trying to take care of that nuisance if he
Well,
can.
if he can sort of keep Korgus occupied by that pile of
Yeah,
zombies being...
that is good enough.
Yeah, that's a good trade.
Yeah.
They're still
He doesn't-
standing
he
on the
doesn't want
objective and keep
Yeah.
holding that. So, yeah.
He doesn't want to repeat on the zombie dragon though from Korgos, so he wants to make sure that doesn't happen. One monster
yeah,
dead is
yeah.
enough.
Yeah. But one zombie being thrown out of the reality,
That
that's
doesn't help.
not an issue.
It doesn't work that way because he has to
yeah.
damage the model, and if he damages the model with the act, the zombie
That's
is
true.
gone.
It's gone out of reality
Yeah.
from starters. That's
Yeah.
true.
So there's no reality left to split.
It's not a worthy opponent.
Exactly. Oh,
These
look
are
at
the
all the
mortals.
dice, the zombie dice. Yeah.
It's to hit
Hit
roll.
roll.
So
There's
the
actually
new
quite a
zombies
few.
are been given a higher output.
And he's
Sure.
looking
Oh.
for some sixes here from Mortal Wounds.
We're getting the wobbly cameras. Oh,
Yeah,
Korgus
because-
is slain. He threw himself on the
On
pile.
a 2+, he becomes a zombie, and he is a zombie. He's zombified. We have Korgus Cool walking among us again. You were saying something about recycling?
Yeah.
Is that it?
That is
Even
a
the greatest
recycled-
champions can be recycled.
Exactly. Sorry about that. Oh well,
Yeah, those mortal wounds can be devastating.
really can be.
Det är fortfarande bra. Det var jag som råkade stöta till.
Yeah, det är okej.
It's okay.
It's alright. We don't worry about
When
it.
you see the camera wobbling, it's our table boss
Yeah.
getting too comfy.
Yeah,
with the
he's
camera.
getting really excited, trying to figure out what's going on. He's really digging
That
down.
is good. It is good that he has his eyes on the objectives.
Definitely. He's keeping it.
It's also a perk of being able to physically move the cameras.
Yes.
It's not a disaster if they are
Exactly.
slightly thrown out.
That is, we are so glad to have these little toys here with
Yeah.
with
It is
high tech
good.
moving cameras and stuff and zooms. It's really cool. Yeah. So we have everything failed from Konstantinos here. Does he score a point? Oh, he
Scored
so
1
he
point.
grabbed the objective.
Yeah,
He grabbed this objective over here because he got the
right.
bloodthirster.
So that puts Konstantinos behind 8-10 while Adam's still having a turn to play. I can't see this game going any other way than a win for Adam.
How did he grab this? How did he score a point now? I don't see him having that many.
Didn't only 5 Blood Knights left in the upper right?
No, but you have the wolves on it. How is he scoring the point? This is interesting to know. Where is he
Andreas,
scoring the point?
what point did he score?
Andreas, could you tell us what point he scored?
Yeah. Recalculated to 0
there was
points.
0, yes.
Perhaps they mistakenly counted the bottom right.
Yes, they might have done that. They forgot that it was demolished. Yes, that's what I was thinking too. Yes, good.
And but at the end of things, that really does not matter because, as we said earlier, it's straight up win that counts.
That's what counts.
And I can't see any way that Adam loses this game.
He shouldn't. And knowing how good he is a player, and especially how good he is at capitalizing when he has the momentum.
Yeah.
It looks like it's his game to win at the moment.
Yeah, he could fail his battle tactic and still be up 6 points after this turn.
So now what he has to do is really just mitigate that threat in the Skull Reapers and the Bloodthirster.
Yeah, all he needs to do is contain.
He just needs to contain those guys.
Yeah.
If you can get the zombie dragon in there to like take out some Skull Reapers or fight the Bloodthirster, but he doesn't actually really need to. It's mainly just taking out the models around it. But if you can get rid of the Bloodthirster, then that's it too.
We have
could we have that one more time?
cunning maneuver.
Cunning maneuver? Yes. So we have a cunning maneuver from Adam here. Yep.
He needs to put one a Galician champion on an objective not in his own. So was that the center objective he's going for?
That must be the center objective because that's where he has Yes, he has the vampire on foot there, so the vampire on foot can just go stand on that objective. That is his score.
And it's probably already standing there, right?
He is almost standing there. He's right behind on the corpse cart there. Zoom in a bit. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, there we are. Yep. So with the wings.
So he just needs to move him in just a little bit.
Yeah, should be enough.
Yep, so Konstantinos is using the blood tithe here to move in the hero phase. Looks like he's moving over here.
Moving the blood letters up against the...
He's trying to edge onto that objective as much as he can.
Yeah.
Possibly after this combat phase, if the Skull Reapers get to stand there and keep whacking some Blood Knights, that could help. The thing is, of course, the Blood Knights can move over and just run away if they wanna. Just to stay alive and to delay that slaughter. Give time for the dragon to catch up. Well,
or just stick around, force Konstantinos to kill them, and that's a way to contain them as well. So
definitely.
Adam does not need to worry about Konstantinos scoring 1 point for that objective. It's safe.
Yeah. I don't see that making the game that much. You can also see here the zombies are moving up a bit.
Yeah.
And that is just to make sure he has that front line secured, really boxed.
Blocking
Konstantinos in here.
Block him up completely out.
But he can't forget about those blood warriors down here. They are going to be an issue. So either he's gonna have to rush for that bloodthirster, or he's gonna move up and then attack the blood warriors from behind with a or like. What was that one? One more time, Andreas? Okay. So he has engaged the dragon with the blood warriors using the blood type. That is a smart move.
Yep.
So he just keeps that dragon occupied. That means that now Adam has to just work on scoring the objectives rather than fighting because he doesn't really have as much fighting skill or like fighting units there as Konstantinos does.
Yep.
So engaging there could be dangerous.
Could be.
He could just back out. to be
Yeah.
honest, with the blood warrior or blood knight. Blood knights. Just keep them away.
Keep them away.
Because there's no point in him standing there in melee with the Skull Reapers.
Yeah, Autumn, he hasn't wiped the Corn army, so there's still a lot of threats
Yes.
left. So he can't stop playing. But he needs, as long as he keeps scoring,
Yeah.
and he keeps sort
Exactly.
of.
That is the important.
Yeah.
He just needs to score. And staying alive is key in that aspect.
Yeah.
Especially against the Corn army. Fighting the Corn army head on might not always be the best option.
Yeah, that is true.
So right now he just needs to clear the board, kind of contain and control. And that could definitely just move away. And it looks like that's what he's doing now. He's just trying to run over them a little bit, step on their toes, do a little more wounds, back out of there.
Yeah.
And maybe even screen with some wolves just to keep things contained. And keep some of his more valuable units alive. Even if he has to give up that objective, it won't matter on his turn. He still scores his 5 points. That's not
exactly.
going to make a difference. So he doesn't need to hold that objective this turn at all. That's not going to make a difference for him. Yeah, and that's exactly what I said it was going to do. You can see here, you move them away over the Skull Reapers, just keeping it chill.
Yeah. It's across the blood letters, right? Those.
I think it's about the Skull Reapers and the Bloodletters,
Yeah.
possibly.
Perhaps.
Could be both.
Possibly.
So we have a redeploy, I'm assuming, here on the Bloodletters just to get them onto the objective. So the Konstantinos is really securing that objective. Unfortunately, of course, if he goes first now, he's going to lose that objective right off the bat, so he's not going to have it anyway. That is the treachery of the Jawz of Gallet.
It is. However, I don't. If let's say he goes first in the next turn, if Autumn chooses to remove that objective, then there's 3 objectives left, which means that for the 5th battle round, Konstantinos may get the choice to remove one of the 3 remaining, which puts it on 2, which means you need 2 objectives to control. I don't believe it's a danger for Autumn.
The thing is, Autumn is up so much in points that he's actually probably not worried about that. Because that means that Konstantinos can't score as big either if he starts taking charge. So for Autumn, I think it's good to reduce the amount of points gained throughout the game.
Unless the unlikely event of Korn sort of more or less wiping the
still,
Sublight army,
Yeah.
which gives Konstantinos the opportunity to control those 2 remaining objectives. I don't see this happening.
No, I don't see it happening at all because now he'll be up 15 to 7.
Yeah, that's right.
That is 8 points. And that's practically impossible for Konstantinos. Yeah, exactly. Hasn't planted the flag yet. Just for the extra output, definitely. But still, I don't see how he could get to all those objectives in time to score this. He can remove the Bloodthirster for sure, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, sad to say, but
the,
perhaps Konstantinos needs to sort of think about the rest of the tournament. How conserve.
Just focus on those battle tactics.
Yeah. Focus on the battle. Focus on
the wise choice.
Seeing the good parts of the game and seeing what can I do with a 4-1 result, or what do I want to do with that, and stuff like that. And not lose heart.
No, definitely not. And of course,
this is when the game swings.
Definitely try to win the game if you can. And an 18 charge from the zombies into the Bloodthirster. This is amazing. We love this. That was a brave. Unleashed and killed 2 zombies on the shooting, on the stand and shoot there.
That's the whip, right? Isn't it? That's the shooting. Oh, we're getting some results from the game.
So we have some results here. Do we want to go through some results while we're looking here?
Yeah, well, we're looking at the zombies being throwing themselves at the Bloodthirster, getting an even larger skull than Corgus Cool.
So we have one game here, which is Max versus Erik. And they were playing both list 1.
A solid win for Erik.
And that was definitely a solid win for Erik. 28-8, so that is a win for Eric in that matchup. Do we have a
yeah, I can
matchup
bring-
there, what they were playing maybe?
Yeah.
We have
Certainly do. Somewhere.
have it somewhere here. Nope, not there.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, we're just getting it up here.
We're bringing up on Exxon.
We're bringing it up here.
You can follow them there as well. It's exxon.com.
Yes. So xn.com.
Svenska mästerskapet GB22.
Yes, that's where we also have the statue. You can follow it on xn.com. So that would be Max Asklander and Erik Hillborn, I believe.
Yep. It's on table 1 actually.
On table 1, correct, yes. And you can just click the show list so we can see what they're playing. So we have Korn, yes, so Erik playing Korn.
This first list.
First list, so that would be a flayed slaughter host with bloodthirsters and slaughter priests and blood secreted, the usual realm gore, blood warriors, claws of Karnak, skull. Oh, it's the skull crusher list. Yes, I have a bit of skull crushers in it. Yes, there we go. And he was playing Max, he brought the Cities of Sigmar, and he was playing Hallowheart there, a Balmade.
So, yeah, both of it.
Exactly, and some crossbowmen, a bunch of crossbowmen, 50 crossbowmen.
Floodlands.
And a Kronspine. That's interesting. So that was
But that was a 28-8 result.
of course,
for
yeah.
Korn.
I mean, Hallowheart going up against Korn, that sounds
Yeah,
rough, to be
yeah.
honest.
A lot of sorcerers to slay.
Yes. And then, of course, we had Christian and Björn playing. I don't have the table number here, unfortunately. You can check if I'm not standing. Click on there. Parents, maybe? Click the parents. There we go. So that would have been table 10, Christian Bernberg and Björn Franke. And in that match, we actually had Christian playing Caradon Overlords with list 2 against Björn Franke, list number 1, Slaves to Darkness. Then we had a pretty even match there. Let's see, we had a Barrack Sylphin with a bunch of Thunderers, a Frigate, an Ironclad, and some Endrin Riggers. Pretty standard Sylphin list, I think. And against Slaves to Darkness, list number 1, which is a Be'lakor list with a bunch of Splintered Fang and Varangard. Okay, so that would be Empty Throne, yes. Knights of Empty Throne. They ended up 24-16 in favor to Christian, so Caradon Overlords winning that match on table 10. And then on another table here we have Viking versus Felix. That would be at the bottom somewhere, I think. Click that back up. Oh no, click on it. Oops. Click again. Click that.
Which one?
Click again. Yeah. There we go. So that would be table 14. And let's see, we have this one was fun. So we have Ogre versus Ogre. And so we had Meat Fist versus Boulder Head. So
there was both. They had Underguts.
Underguts. Yes, you're right. Sorry, they're both playing list number 3. So Underguts versus Underguts.
Underguts versus.
Underguts versus Meat Fist. Yeah, Meat Fist versus Underguts. Okay. So this was a really tight match. They ended up at 21 victory points, both of them. But Felix took it on a minor win, so he probably just killed that little extra that he needed. He also had. So we had. He had one more battle tactic there, and that also cemented it for him. So that was interesting. We had a minor win too. That was cool. See ogres going into the war. Let's see what's going on in our game here now.
Looks like we have fewer zombies.
We have a bit fewer zombies. Probably some wounds on that bloodthirster. We have an update from our table boss here with what transpired here. So the bloodthirster has taken out a bunch of them, 16 wounds, most of them going through. So he's taken about a couple of wounds on the bloodthirster, not a lot.
Not a lot.
He took a few mortals back to himself. Looks like he's just fine there, but he's held up for a turn.
Yeah, he wants to keep him in place, I guess, for the coming turns.
Yeah, and the thing is also these zombies can just come back anyway,
Yeah.
like half of them or whatever. But still, he's not too worried because that means that's one less turn that the Bloodthirster is roaming around doing stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're seeing some fight down
Yeah,
there.
so we're seeing some fighting
Zoom
down
up.
there. Oh yeah, we have a lot of Blood Warriors dying to that zombie dragon. Not a lot left. Is that one Blood Warrior standing after that combat round there? It is still a Blood Warrior, so you can still tie it up for a turn. No.
Yep.
Yes.
Konstantinos chooses to keep him out of combat to be able to use rally
Yes.
at the next turn.
That is a good plan at this
Yep.
point, I believe. It's just because then he can just keep that zombie dragon occupied if he can, and keep using that blood type to put them back in there. That is a really smart plan. Really tricksy way to play Khorne.
Yeah.
The new Khorne is too tricksy. I don't know how much the Blood God would approve of this new way of fighting here.
Rallying and
Rallying
retreating.
and doing these movement shenanigans and sneaking back and forth.
Once
Sorry.
again, did we have a priority?
Adam won the priority, is that correct? Yeah, and Adam gets the double there.
And Konstantinos burns an objective, I suppose.
I'm assuming it's the back one that is burning, probably.
And which means that Adam will score
Adam
another
scored
5 points,
The 5 points there, yes, that is correct.
which put us on a 13-point lead for the coming 4th battle.
Yeah. So the back one removed, as we expected.
So we're playing 3 objectives.
Yeah. So what we're looking at now is it's kind of a linear match here, but I think Konstantinos is going to struggle to try to take control of objectives now. He might get to the middle one, he's not getting to the back one.
Yeah.
So unless he goes second in the 5th battle round, that last one is just going to score points for Adam for the rest of the game.
Exactly, because Adam goes first here and then gives a double to Konstantinos just in order to
Yeah.
not
That can
lose
happen.
objective
And
points.
and he cannot. I don't think he can score those points now. We'll just have to see how.
And if he gets to go last in this final battle round, he also pretty much guarantees scoring, I believe, 20 points.
Yeah.
Or another 5 points, which will put him on 25.
Maybe not 5 points, but
Perhaps not.
but
It
at
depends on
least
the
he'll get like 3 points.
on the casters. Yeah, but he still
The
can
main thing
maneuver
is,
for the
yeah,
score.
the main thing is just keeping Konstantinos from scoring, and I don't think that's really going to happen. Of course, we have the grand strat. We'll see how that goes,
Yeah.
but it's not that important at this moment right now. I don't think it's going to make that difference.
The day is ours for Konstantinos. So,
Yeah.
okay,
so
this one is mine.
so
of
this
course.
one's mine.
Well, that zombie dragon should kill that final. Unrallied, I suppose. Or
Maybe
yeah,
no,
we'll
the rally
see a
hasn't
rally.
gone yet. It hasn't gone yet because he has to do his part first.
what is 9 dice? Perhaps 1 or 2 more Blood Warriors.
Yeah, I don't see him having an issue with that. That shouldn't be an issue at all. So this one's mine. It should be in the bag.
Yep.
Is really used. Well, 4 Blood Warriors coming back on the rally. That is impressive.
3, I think. Wasn't 3 or 4?
3, 4, 4 return. Is it on a 5-up or something?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
have
must
they-
be. Yeah.
4-up even. Yes, they're 4-up. That is true.
That is true.
They have
Okay,
their
that's a
special
different.
4-up rally. That's why the rally is so valuable to them. Yes.
Okay, then.
So it's still 5 Blood Warriors. But he'll have to whiff big time for the
It's the
because
Baron,
now
of course, doing it.
yeah, we might get the. Do we have the move as well? I don't think so, right? No move yet. We do not have any move yet.
Yeah. This is Konstantinos' grand strategy. The day is ours. And
I mean,
more Galician champions from your starting army than Galician champions from your opponent's starting army.
so he just has to make sure to kill. But at the same time, he has more to begin with.
Yeah.
So he,
Oh well.
He just has to keep what he has alive. Still has the
It's
priest,
mainly that.
right?
Yep.
And the blood secretor.
Consecrator, the ritualist,
Yeah, the ritualist.
the bloodmaster, the herald of court should be a.
He has a bloodmaster as well. Where is that one hiding? He must be somewhere in the rocks because I haven't seen him. But there was a blood secretor too, right? Or is that who we're looking at? His bloodmaster? Maybe it's the bloodmaster we're seeing and not the blood secretor. But it would make no sense to not have the blood secretor. Oh no, he has both. He has both. Yes,
The
he has
blood secretor is in the middle.
and
of
the bloodmaster. So he has a lot of them. So that's why I can see him scoring that definitely.
So
he just has to
yeah,
keep them alive.
because there's only
Because
one.
the one vampire lord.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's only the
exactly.
one, yeah,
Yeah,
should be 3 points for Konstantinos.
yeah.
And
Take what's theirs though. I'm not sure Adam can pull that off. Kind of depends on how the fighting goes.
yeah, it does.
Because you have to be wholly within enemy territory. I'm not sure he can get that much in there.
No, well, yeah.
Because he is not very much in his territory.
The same strat goes for Konstantinos. He wants to keep his champions alive.
Yeah.
By
And they are in his territory.
yeah, so he keeps
I'm
them
not
alive
sure
and
he can take
behind,
that.
and he can deny that. So sure, that's but still, Adams, given that he does lose his by Grand Strat and
Yeah.
Konstantinos finishes his, still is 6 points.
Yes, exactly. The 4-up rallies from the Blood Secretor, which is really good.
Oh yes, true. Oh yeah.
He is such a vital point in the army somehow in the Khorne armies. He does so much for them. Always been the big banner boy.
Oh yeah. So we have 2 different units there. There's the Blood Secretor and 4. No, sorry. No, never mind that.
No, the Blood Secretor, but we still have the Skullmaster somewhere
Yeah.
hiding in.
Now,
I have no
Yeah.
idea. So the wolves are running in to block off the Skull Reapers, as far as you can see here. That makes sense. He's just trying to screen things off.
yeah, it's just running and put him 3 inches
I
away.
think. Maybe that's what we can see like in the back here, because we also have the ritualist. So you can see something here like hiding in the back here. You can kind of see a little bit of him. Yeah, he's a hiding guy.
He's behind that
Yeah.
big axe.
And then I guess
that quadruple axe.
that is the ritualist. And then we have the
behind
Skullmaster
that.
standing in the terrain. He's on the altar.
On the altar.
So he definitely will have his battle tactic or a great grand strat. I don't think there's any way he's going to lose that.
And also denying Adam his.
And he's definitely denying Adam his. So
but
that is a 6-point difference going on there.
it is, but
sure.
we have a 8-point difference on the table.
But at the
so-
moment we have an 8-point, and Adam is going to score at least 3, most likely 5,
Yeah,
with the zombie dragon here now.
yeah, I can't
Shooting,
get any
and now he's charging.
assists.
Here comes the zombie
A
dragon.
double 1. Okay, then.
He rolled
He
it.
just made the
Just
charge.
made the charge, rolling a 4.
Seen a couple of double 1
Oh
charges.
wow, yeah, he's been unlucky with his charges today. But he hasn't needed the charge. Sorry, one more time? Yeah, yes, exactly. We're hearing her a little bit. It's been quite exciting to see these charges here.
No, the knights are
The
charging
knights are charging in as well
into
because
the
they want to get
bloodletters.
this. Yeah,
9 in charge.
and 9 in charge.
9
No
roll.
issues whatsoever.
Yeah, there was a 3 in charge, but
Yeah, he's only rolling high for the big ones, for the ones you don't need. There we go, and he's going into the bloodletters as well,
yeah.
just to clear models off that objective. Maybe he's only going into the bloodletters actually, and just
Can
keeping.
he do that?
Sorry, one more time there.
He's avoiding the skull.
He's avoiding the Skull Reapers, yes. Yeah, it looks like it, yes, exactly. And that is a smart move, I suppose. Because those are the ones doing the damage, and if you can just clear models and just keep control of that objective just to spite Konstantinos, that's
Yeah.
another thing, right? That's more
It is.
models he has to clear out.
And it forces Konstantinos to sort of, as long as the fight is up there, it's not in the center, it's not on the other
Exactly,
third.
he's
of
not
the-
moving the fight up the board.
Yeah.
So
If
that's
you were
really
to
good
pick up
for
those given that he might be able to win on picking up 3 or 4 points if he banks his the grand strats, but that would demand a lot of him from the table.
For sure.
Yeah.
So as I said earlier, Adam is really good at the power play.
Yeah.
That is his specialty. Knowing that we're 10 wounds on the bloodletters. Yes. Let's see how many bloodletters are going away here. You're losing quite a few bloodletters. Yeah, we see now that starting to pick up those bloodletters back up where they came from.
Back to the realm of chaos.
It's gotta be good. We have people in the way there, so let's see if we can still do we can see those wings are in the way for us seeing, but you can see that there aren't a lot of bases underneath those wings anymore.
No.
They're pretty much gone.
It looks like about 1, perhaps.
Yeah, it looks like there's 1 left. So the bloodworms are going into
The zombie dragon then.
zombie dragon. Oh, he's just checking the. Oh, there was an extra damage to the.
And
There's the
that's
last bloodletter. Yeah, see, there was still 1 more die to roll.
Or? Yeah.
Yeah, they are gone. That is quite alright. So now we're going for the blood warriors. So I was saying, Autumn on the power play is dangerous, as I can attest to that. I've seen him play many times and being on the same team, and so you can really see how he shines. And he shines when he knows where it's at. When he's feeling confident, you can really see that. He likes pushing his enemies in the corner.
Yeah, and I saw in his bonded language early in the game when Konstantinos went for the zombie dragon.
Yeah.
He did look nervous.
Yes, definitely. He was like, oh shit, this has to go my way.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he'd have a big opening there and Konstantinos could just push the whole flank. So not getting those charges was devastating for Konstantinos.
Yeah.
Because that meant that Adam could just stand there solidly and push for the things.
Seeing the zombies trying to put some more wounds into the bloodthirsty.
The zombies are just trying to chip away at that big beast. That is quite a few hits in a way, and let's see if we can get any mortal wounds or anything fun in there. Oh, we have some extra attacks there also as well. Not enough dice for zombies. And then we go for 4 ups. Here we have a couple of mortals. Yeah, that's 2 mortals. Oh, 3 mortals even. And 2 mortals and a couple of saves there. Okay.
Yeah, it's not really enough to.
That's it's not enough to kill it, but it's gonna take a couple of more wounds off. Yeah, looks like 5 or 6 wounds off the bloodthirster more. So it's gonna be half dead by now. Oh shit, he died.
What?
Damn, he must have hurt himself. Yeah, he must have hurt himself so much hitting them.
Oh, of course.
That he took a bunch of mortal wounds from them exploding, and now that he got the last few mortal wounds in there, along with the 4 failed saves, that was enough to take it down. That is rough for Konstantinos. It's over in many ways now.
More ways than one.
Yes, it's like the thing is now he might not even score his grand strategy now. Adam might
if those zombies goes and clears up the.
Yeah, they can just go chomp
Yeah.
down on some heroes now. And especially if the dragon clears those blood warriors out now.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a head check soon. Even though the game should be played through the final turns, but those final turns might take a couple of seconds.
Yes.
I mean.
And still, you have to also look at the clock here. Adam is running low. He has only got 13 minutes. He's got to be very efficient with his time now.
Yeah, but.
So now we're going to
for
the
general
one
for the
with
battle
the dragon
tactic.
here. Yes, for the tactic. And got a couple through there.
Couple through with run 3, yeah.
2 at run 3. There we go. And that is some damage from the lance there. The lance is brutal.
It's good to have a general with sort of a monster for this one.
Oh yes, definitely.
It's an extra battle tactic to be able to score.
Without a doubt. And they are probably all gone now. Yeah.
Looks like it. Yeah.
That would be the dealio. Yeah. And that is the score battle tactic. So that is 5 points more in the bag for Adam.
Yeah.
And
Which puts him in a 13-point lead.
Yeah. Going for the bottom of turn 4. Oh,
The wolves are piling in.
The
right?
wolves are piling, but not piling in. They are just trying to stay away and yeah.
Ah, yeah.
They're just playing the waiting game.
Yeah, they are. Piling sideways.
Piling sideways, and that is the way to go.
More
Just
models
securing
on the
that
job.
objective. Yeah, putting more models on there, so now Konstantinos can't even get that. Because either way he goes, he's gonna have models around him. He can't go past those zombies. He's boxed in, and that is all he has left is those Skull Reapers and then
The
3
champions.
support heroes.
Yeah.
This
Not
is
much you can do.
no. Doesn't seem like there's much at all.
The rolls
Oh,
there.
there was the blood letter as well.
Yeah.
And Battle shocked out the blood letter. Yeah. He was hoping for a 1 there so he could use the banner, but
Yeah. It's on 3 blood tides, right? Is that the
that should be 3
notification we
blood
should
types.
be
Yes,
done
that
to
would look
left?
like blood types. Yes. It's not going to be enough to save him in any way, shape, or form here. So, yeah, those are 5 more points for Adam. And it's Konstantinos' turn 4. The Trial of Skulls on the Skull Reapers. What is that? That's an interesting book battle tactic
it
I
up.
haven't seen. It sounds like the right men for the job here. The Skull Reapers should be good at Trials of Skulls. Do we have that battle tactic?
Yes,
Have a look
we
if we can
do.
find. So pick one friendly unit to complete this battle tactic. 8 or more enemy models are slain by attacks made by that unit this turn. So they have to go kill 8 models.
Yeah. Kill.
Wolves?
So 2 wounds per wolf. So
Yeah, that's
there's-
16 wounds.
That's 16 wounds.
They don't have a lot of saves, so
That's true. That's still 16 wounds.
but
A
it's
lot.
still 16 wounds he has to get in there. Unless he goes for the zombies. He could also go for the zombies just for easy point, just to score the battle tactic.
Yeah,
Seeing
unless
as he
of-
doesn't have much to gain.
Or he piled with the wolves, but are they within? Oh, sorry. He piled. Are they within 3 of
They
the?
might not be within 3.
If they are within 3, then the
Then
Skull
they would
Reapers are
have.
locked
Then he would have
with
piled them by now.
Ah, yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, no, they would have been outside.
True.
of
Then
3.
the Konstantinos
Yes.
would have piled into
Exactly.
the wolves, of course.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's why he
true.
kept them 3 out. So he can go whatever he wants. If he just wants to score the battle tactic, he'll just go for the
Yeah,
zombies with them.
8 zombies would be
Yeah,
the thing.
just to score the tactic, because that's pretty much what he can do now. He can just score the tactic.
That puts pressure away from the gallet champs, even though they are threatened by the zombie dragon as
Yeah.
well. Adam needs to kill all 3.
He needs
To
to
do-
kill 2 of them
Yeah,
to deny him.
to deny him that.
Yes, because he has to have more. Konstantinos has to have more champions than the opponent.
And if he kills those 2, that also puts that
Then
zombie
it's
dragon.
1-on-1, yeah.
and it puts that zombie dragon within Konstantinos' deployment zone,
Yes.
which brings Adams to scoring his grand slam.
Yes, exactly. So he's on a good way there. So, but then again, he has to take out both of them in 1 turn. That's
Yep.
gonna be rough.
Yeah,
Then again, of course, we have depending on what the Skull Reapers do. Now, if
Yeah.
he gets a double, then he might be able to take care of those Blood Knights. Otherwise,
Yeah.
the Blood Knights could kill one of the heroes.
yeah, that's true. Oh, another earth shake.
Yeah, Earthshake on the camera.
It's not a real earth shake, of course.
Yeah. We don't get those here, even though we actually technically do get them here. But
Perhaps
they're-
shakes, not quakes, then.
Yeah, it's more,
Sorry.
it's more of a little earth quiver. We're actually in the right part of the country for it too, because it is on the west coast,
Okay.
like on the southwestern coast of the country. That we do get it. We do
Just
get
that
earthquakes.
nobody ever noticed some.
I think like the highest I've ever seen is like a 3 on the Richter scale or something. It's like nobody ever noticed. Only the seismographs.
Right.
Right, this is good. Should we have a look around the venue maybe just to
Yeah,
see how
let's do
everything is
that.
going? How people seem to be wrapping up here.
Albin Glauman in the
Yeah,
shot.
I'll be
Our youngest player.
youngest player, 17 I believe he
Yep.
is. Yeah.
A really good player.
So we have Seraphon Fire. He plays Fire Slayers, does he?
Fire Slash, yes. Yeah.
And he's facing off against Seraphon here. And what can we say about this? It does look like a lot of dead Fire Slayers, to be honest. Doesn't look like they are in that good a position. We have a lot of.
We can zoom into the score sheet and perhaps we can see
Yeah,
how
I
things
don't
are
think
going.
we can.
Otherwise, we'll wait for the results because it's a
This
lot
is
of
a
guessing game.
good camera here. But it looks like, looks like the Seraphon is up ahead.
12 to 4 for
12 to 4?
for
No, actually, we do have a 5.
Yeah, that's,
5.
with-
That's a drops, yes, sorry.
that's-
Actually, no, they're both on 5 points every round, so 10-10. That's an even game still, in other words. Interesting.
yeah, the Reapers just on the head table, the streaming table,
Yeah.
charged into the
They
zombies.
charge into the zombies as predicted. Nothing unexpected there whatsoever. There's Jesper.
I'll just switch over to that, see if we
switch
can
over to
see
see what we can see
Konstantinos' role for the battle tactic.
So he's rolling pretty decently. Yeah. So and he's still hiding. He's still hiding with his support heroes, and they are close by each other.
Yep.
So they could technically get
Yeah,
double
yeah.
charged, both of them by the dragon there.
Yep.
That's dangerous. That is dangerous. But I
That
guess
is
he kind of
dangerous.
felt cornered and didn't know where to put him.
Yeah, but and
didn't want to
still
make
he
a
can
mistake.
fail that charge for that final battle for
Yeah.
that grand strat.
Yep.
That's
And I think he
there's
just has
not a
to
lot
try
of
to-
space for Konstantinos to hide them.
Exactly. So what do we have here?
So 3 up rolls, 4 hits, and that's
That
a
should
good
be
roll
enough
for.
That should be enough to kill at least 8 zombies.
Yeah.
I don't see an issue with that at all.
I'd say
Yeah,
5.
we have a lot of zombies dead there, most likely. Maybe even all of them. Yeah, it might be all of them going there.
More than 8.
Yeah, looks like they're all gone, I think.
Check that. So it's
Yeah. All the zombies are gone.
all the zombies are dead.
So at least he scores his tactic. And a blood tithe. Not that I'm sure you can do a lot with that blood tithe at all.
Yeah, no. Well, it could summon something.
Yeah. Possibly summon something. Try to get.
Yeah, but that,
Maybe he can use it for something good for the last battle tactic. Possibly.
yeah, but then he needs to have stuff alive.
He does.
Actually, I think Gordon might want to go first in the second.
Oh yeah,
in
if
the
he
last
gets
fight.
this
Yeah.
initiative, he'll just go first. It doesn't matter
Just
at this point.
kill the characters
because he's
that are
holding
the remaining
3
characters.
objectives.
Yeah.
So he's gonna score his 3 points for that, regardless.
Yeah. Well, if he gets to kill the characters for the 6 points difference, is that a priority?
Is a priority. Looks like Konstantinos rolled low. And Adam has the
is it?
initiative. Yeah. So I don't see a reason for him to not take this.
Yeah, me neither.
He just wants to go
grab it,
kill those heroes while he has the chance.
Let Konstantinos remove one of those objectives.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at
Still
all.
scores 3 for objectives.
Yeah.
He can deny Konstantinos his grand strat and gets his own.
That's going to be more points in the grand strat than he's going to
Yeah.
lose on
Exactly.
in any way, shape, or form, even with one objective less. So he should definitely do that because that also gives him more opportunity to just move into the deployment as well. I'm not sure he can do his own grand strat. He'd have to.
Should be able to if he moves the wolves and the blood knights
Yeah.
into the territory because
But then he has to fight the Skull Reapers.
Yeah, but he won't. No, he doesn't. 'Cause
How is he
it's
gonna fit into the
Konstantinos-
territory, though?
Yeah, well, it's the corner. Just move them into the corner up there.
No, that is not the corner.
It's
It's the other way
corner.
around.
It's the other corner.
It's the other
right.
corner. Yes, he
Right,
has to
that's
get past the objective and into the deployment zone.
Sorry, yeah, that's true.
And that is why it's rough for him to get in there. Yeah. Konstantino rallies a bunch of Skull Reapers back. That is rough. So that's gonna be kind of a
What
big
battle
obstacle.
tactic
there.
they got on go for?
What battle tactic do we have? Eye for an eye. Okay, we have eye for an eye. Makes sense. He just has to kill something. That's a good one to leave at the end.
Yeah. So really,
Because taking out a hero with his dragon, not an issue. Especially if we can get both of them. Let's zoom in a little bit on the heroes here. Oh, that is too much. Oh, and then we get our back instead.
back about a bit. I mean, it's a good show to score 25 points in the scenario, which I very much believe that Adam will do.
Oh yes,
That's a solid game.
that is a solid game. Absolutely. So let's see what
And perhaps even get to 28
with these heroes here that we are looking at
in the
now.
Grand Strat.
Yeah. So
mean-
the ritualist is at the very top of the mountain there.
Yeah,
That is fodder for a dragon, to be honest. You can just fit
but
the dragon. right
only
between
needs
those.
to charge the first one,
Yeah.
and then
The dragon just fits solid,
then-
snugly right between those two and can just start chomping away.
or charge on the bottom one and pile in and be able to split his attack and kill both
Yeah,
of them.
exactly.
And then he charges the terrain with the Blood Knights.
Yeah, exactly. He can do that just to secure it extra much.
Yep.
So if he wants to play it shrewdly, he might just go for one of the heroes. With the dragon, that is, and then the other one with the Blood Knights. But then, if Konstantinos goes for the Vampire Lord instead, with the Skull Reapers, that could score
could be
him
something.
back that Grand Strat.
Adam is playing on his final 8 minutes.
Yeah, but we do have stuff in the way of the Vampire Lord there, so I don't really see him being eaten up that easily.
Yeah, the zombies there.
Yeah, there's some zombies that came back there.
Screen for them.
Or is that the second unit?
Yeah,
It's
it
actually the
should be
second
the
unit
second
that
unit,
moved
yeah.
up, yes. That is the second unit that moved up.
Start to redeploy, perhaps?
Redeploy is hanging on the wobbly muddle syndrome indeed. There he is.
I wonder if he's going for the Skull Reapers instead. With the zombie dragon.
You think it's just giving up on the Grand Strat?
Could be. I mean,
Is there any point to it?
yeah, well, it would be to sort of, in a way, safer because he can do less. Konstantinos can do less. I don't see it mattering.
No,
But
but I don't see it doing as much points-wise with the Skull Reapers.
well, it would be denying.
Even if they score an objective, it's 1 point. I don't know.
Perhaps it's easier he sees it as easier to score those 2 points than scoring 3 points for the Grand Strat. I don't know.
Yeah,
I would go for their characters.
I would go for the characters too. I don't see a reason not to. Oh, he just roared at the priest and he died. The ritualist.
Oh,
The ritualist just died because he was scared of the dragon.
okay.
Yeah, he
Just
breathed on him.
crumpled
He had
down.
such a bad breath. He's like, no, screw this. I'm going
of
home.
course, that's it.
Halitosis is not a joke, kids.
Now we can charge the other one, right?
Yes.
No, we charge the
Oh,
Skull
he's going for
Reapers.
the Skull Reapers. Okay. And then I'm guessing the Blood Knights are going into the altar then. That's the only way you can do it.
The Blood Knights, yeah.
Yeah. That's odd.
What did he roll on the zombie dragon charge?
Oh, maybe it was too low to get up there? Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So he did had the choice whether.
yeah, we think he
going
had the choice there, but didn't take the blood security. I don't know really what the motivation there was, but at the same time, I get that he wants to secure the board, and that's the way to secure the board.
Yeah, and there's no other charges than the zombie dragon. Is that correct? Because I think I'm seeing attacks being made there.
Okay. So he's just leaving it.
Okay.
He's just leaving it. He's not going for the grand strategy. He doesn't bother with it. Okay. I mean, he's got the game in the bag either way. This is just
And it's
filling out the
if you're
time.
going for the win, if you're going for the trophy, then the tiebreakers don't matter.
No.
Because we will only have 1-5-0.
Yeah.
If, however, you're going for
But that's
for a podium,
yeah.
then the second and third, the tiebreakers there include grand strats as a separate count.
Yeah.
Which means that he's giving up.
Yeah. And that he is giving up that one.
No. But I mean,
it might have been that he saw that he couldn't get enough units in there. That it doesn't matter to deny the opponents. It's just that he'll have to do his own, and he can't get enough units into his deployment.
True.
Because that deployment zone is very, very small.
Yeah, and they need
And
to
he
be
has
wholly
nothing
within.
even near it.
Yeah.
He will have to put the dragon in there, and then try to get the blood knights in there, and hope that would be enough. It would actually technically be enough, though.
Yeah.
If you got the dragon piled in to be wholly within the territory.
But
And
that
then-
might be difficult actually. Let's have a look at those.
No, I think he could do it. If you just put the blood knights up there by the terrain, and then get the
Tiebreakers. The first are completed battle tactics, the second are completed grand strategy. That is
Completed
correct, so it
yes.
does not
So it
matter.
doesn't matter what you deny. Yes. So, but if he would just focus on his own, he would just worry about that
True. Third is
and just have 2 units in the opponent's territory. That would have made it a lot better. Because no cowards among us here. So that's the end of Adam's round 5, and his score is 5 points. He's taken out all the Skull Reapers. It looks like the dragon just wiped them out. Oh, what? One Skull Reaper remaining. Okay, so we have one Skull Reaper
he
left.
did succeed on the eye for an eye, but through the breath though. On the character.
He did succeed on Knife and Eye because he killed the Ritualist.
Yeah.
Yes.
No cowards.
Yes, exactly.
No cowards among us. That is
Among Us is the last one.
Here we have that.
Well, use this battle tag at end of turn. If all friends place corners on battlefield are within 8 inches of an enemy unit.
That is
That
easy
is-
when you
that
only
is
have 2
that is
left.
a free one at the end. Yep. So that is definitely something he's going to be able to score at least. Not sure I can see him taking any objectives at the moment.
Nope.
So I think those are going to be his 2 points, and then he's going to have his 3 points from the grand strat.
I think he's noting down. Are we saying? I wouldn't be surprised if we're done by now. We just
Yeah. We could definitely see the shake here.
as they are signing their
They are
score
signing.
sheets, right?
Did we get the shake already?
Yep. So
So I guess that is it.
thank you guys for watching.
Yes,
this
that was a
game.
game. Thoughts on the game, everyone? Classic
Let's see,
Psycho.
we have
We just see him here talking it out. Oh, you can see that Konstantinos is winded by that game. It's a rough game, and I know that from experience that Adam is a rough player to play against. He is ruthless when he gets going. Here we have it. Yes, he scored.
perhaps we should get one of those. If any, have a listen if any of the players want.
Yes, let's see if anyone wants to come up. You pick. Let's go with Konstantinos. That is fine.
Yep. Want to do the interview?
I can go ahead and do that if you like. That is quite alright.
So let's bring back to the studio.
Bring back to the studio. Welcome, Konstantinos. Have a seat here. We will not be needing these at the moment.
Okay,
Don't
that's
you worry about it.
I'll leave this here.
So,
Yes,
talk to us.
Will
How
do.
does it feel?
It's fine. I was
fine.
very prepared to
Yeah.
be like, well, I'm done. I'm bringing this thing back. My favorites, I have 3 favorites.
Yeah.
And Adam was one of them.
I get that, definitely.
I was kind of gutted for him when I realized he played Soulblight instead of his favorite KO.
Yes, because
But then
of
the new book came out. I'm like, fine, because it would be tragic for one of the best players,
To not
one
get
of
to
the
play
best
with.
people
Yeah.
I played against. So yesterday I said, who's it gonna be? They said it's gonna be Adam. I'm like, well, that's actually great news because game 1 would either be a loss, so we're gonna have a calm, relaxing weekend in
Yeah.
front of us. Beer hammer, even though I don't drink. Or taking Adam out of the competition would
Yeah.
be huge.
Definitely. It would be a
So,
big
but like I
competitor.
told him, I'm sorry I'm in the way. I will try my best, but
That's
you're my
how we
favorite
should
and I
be.
hope you win.
Yeah,
That's what I told him.
he's a great guy, but
Yeah.
he's a ruthless Warhammer player.
Should be like that. Indeed.
Yes,
Indeed.
I was saying that once he gets started, you can see his confidence grow, and
yeah.
he just steamrolls.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
is his play style. So
Yeah.
you could see that at the beginning. We were talking about. When you started ganging up on that dragon, but you didn't get those charges.
know what?
But
There
he
were-
was sweating. He was sweating
I
a
know.
bit.
There were two contingencies.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a dice game. I wouldn't
It
change
is.
a thing, to be frank. The first one was Bloodbind, bring the thing closer.
Yes.
Which would have actually made my life much easier.
Yes.
And when that failed, I'm like, fine, we have a murder lust to bring the Skull Reapers closer.
Mm-hmm.
That was a 1.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to sweat a little bit.
I get that. It was like, things
And
are
then-
falling apart.
Yeah, and then I'm like, we still have the 3d6. That's gonna be 60 attacks with mortals on 6s in addition.
Yeah.
We can still take that thing off. Rolled an 8, which would be enough for 2 of them. That
No.
wouldn't work. All right, we have a 3d6. Rolled a 7, failed it,
And that
and
was,
then I said, well, that was the gamble. That
Yeah.
should have worked. In Jawz of Gallet, you do not take first. You do not never take priority. I had to do it twice.
yeah.
But-
Because you were so pressed for it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that also caused you to lose your objectives.
Yep.
And
Basically,
that was really rough for you.
if that gamble had worked,
Then you would
the
have the
army
whole
would have
flank.
moved the other side.
Yeah.
No problem there. Coasting, really.
Definitely.
Of course, against a great player, it's the dice game
is.
and playing against someone. But I'm like, all right, it worked in the last 9 games. It didn't work in the 10th one,
Yep.
which is fair and square.
Yes. So they would like to hear some reasoning here in regards to turn 2.
Yeah.
What were you
Because
thinking there when you took that?
I wasn't well placed.
No.
And I really had to take some of the pressure off. Maybe remove the Blood Knights.
Yeah.
Or the Vampire Lord.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it on the Vampire Lord.
No.
Hoped to do it on the Blood Knights, but
No.
it just didn't work. The dice were not with me today.
Because that was also what we were saying, that you weren't actually risking maybe that much there if you were to give it away.
Yeah.
You could also limit or like reduce the amount of points he was able to score that easily,
Yeah.
and it might not have been that costly for you to give that away. But at the same time, you would also stay boxed in,
Yeah. I
and
could see-
that was like the decision to make
Yeah.
there.
I could see actually the Blood Knights. They had a very clean charge to all of my heroes,
Yeah.
all my foot heroes, and that's why I actually went to block that way.
I see that.
Maybe take some off. I did take 4 of them, or maybe 6. I don't
I
remember.
think it was 5,
Which was not bad, but definitely not enough.
but not enough.
I did not utilize my Bloodthirster as well as I liked.
Yeah, it felt like he was just standing on the sidelines a bit too much.
Yeah, which is he kind of does that.
He does.
But if, like, I'm going back to turn 1. If that Bloodbind hadn't failed,
Yeah.
he would be in combat with the Vampire
exactly.
Lord, in negating his words. So everything would have piled on,
Yeah.
and then move up. Once that failed, it's like when you play chess and you see the mistake.
Yeah,
You can
and
see
it's just everything just starts.
now we
tipping.
have to start getting victory points because
Yeah.
this game is already lost. And
So now then it was just going for the
yeah, just going
tactics.
for the
Go
tactics,
yeah.
exactly.
And that was what we saw as well. And you were like really salvaging what you could.
Yeah. Of course, like turn 4, it was no turn 5 was no cards among us.
Exactly.
Have corn within 8.
And
Well, when
that
you
is-
are almost
that is a
stable,
free one,
That's
yep.
a super easy one.
Yep.
And I love the fact that it's the days hours as the grand strategy.
Yeah,
because
and you got it.
the days hours.
Yeah, the days
well,
are you know,
hours because
yours
everybody
and your
else is
body
dead.
there. That's all left. It's just the two
Indeed.
guys standing there.
Indeed.
Amazing
Yeah.
game, was super fun
Thank
to
you.
watch, super fun to comment,
glad.
and I'm sure we saw here that the chat really enjoyed it. Everyone at home,
Yeah.
super great to be back here.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm feeling like, right, see?
Yeah,
Calm, we're
yeah,
done.
Yeah, I get that. I've been there too. Unfortunately, it was like the last game of
Yeah,
last year.
I know.
But it
See,
was.
I'm not gonna go through that.
No, let's not. been great to have you here and talk
Same.
to you. Super
Same.
fun. Best of luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank
Hope
you.
to see you up there at the
I'll
top
be around,
somewhere anyway,
of course.
right? Yeah.
We'll see. I'll try.
We'll-
I'm gonna
we'll-
submarine my way all the way
yeah,
up there.
we'll follow you definitely and
Yeah.
see how everything goes.
Yep. All right.
Super cool to be back here with everyone.
Cheers, everyone.
Take care. Super
Yep.
great.
Will do.
We will be back shortly with let's see if we can just have a little bit of a quick roundup with Eric. I'm just going to get him back in here, and after that we're of course going to have to take our lunch break before round 2. So we will be right back in a second. So we are back here. Change of plans here. Eric has gone rogue here somewhere. So I've got our one of our favorites here, as we can see here, the sound winner of our last game here, going for a max round, just swiping everything. Adam, how does it feel?
It's good.
Beating last year's champion.
Yeah, that's so good. I faced him in Malmö Wargaming weekend last time, and he got me there.
He got you there.
So
yeah.
I got him back now.
You did?
That's good.
That's good. It's good. How was the game? Any thoughts on it? Like feelings?
Yeah, I think that I've never played Korn in the new book, so
No?
I don't know what they do, and that was shown obviously when Neferata got slain by
Oh
the
yeah,
dudes.
yeah. Just getting reality torn.
Yeah,
Bye.
it was just 8-inch pylon.
Yeah, you didn't expect Korgos 8-inch pilot.
No,
Nobody expects the Korgos Inquisition here.
Yeah, he mentioned it, but
Yeah, I know.
it
I
just
know.
flew over my head.
Yeah, that's one of those guys where you don't think about it.
No.
But seeing as
I mean,
he
it-
does that stuff.
Yeah,
can be
and
fun
Neferata
thing.
got the same ability.
Yeah, and she does. She does.
So
So
that's cool.
that's cool.
So no, but other than that, it was a big moment when he came around
Yeah.
trying to charge my
The dragon.
Vampire Summer Dragon.
Yeah.
He rolled a 10, which he managed to charge.
Yeah.
But it just came in like clutch.
Yeah. So and he didn't feel was enough to take it
Yeah,
down.
so it was like I gotta reroll this to get more
Because
guys
it was
in,
a freedom.
and he fails to charge.
Yeah, exactly. We were talking about that.
And that was
made
that was
a
huge.
huge difference there. Yeah, because that's also the only part where we saw you have any kind of worry or hesitation.
Huh?
That was the only part where we saw you worry at all
Yeah.
during the game. Just like, oh shit, this could go wrong.
Yeah,
because
this-
then your whole flank would just fall apart and
Yeah.
you could just sweep through you.
And I just realized that I could have done some other piling shit there
Definitely, yes.
in my last turn, which would make my flank. I wouldn't be as exposed because
Exactly.
he piled his blood warriors over.
Yes. Yes, no, exactly.
But the movement for one blood type points.
Yeah,
to get to
that is
move inside of
so
3.
powerful.
It's
to do it with 3
Jesus
units.
Christ,
it's
it's
insane.
so good.
It's
so
insane.
good.
Just tying things up wherever you want them.
Yeah,
with whatever.
no restrictions.
No restrictions.
And the fact that it can happen in my hero hero phase as well.
Yeah,
Is,
it's brutal. It's
it's
brutal.
brutal.
And you really have to prepare for that when you're playing against Gorn. And the thing is also, they usually just have like more than one unit in a cluster. So
Yeah.
even if you take one out, you're still going to get stuck in the other one way or another.
Yeah.
So that is a slog.
So that was a slug. So that was my reasoning because he told me after the game that was like I thought he was gonna take the dragons,
Yeah.
the 3 dragon list.
Yeah.
But I reasoned that he has too much chaff and shit that can lock
Exactly.
them up, so
Yeah.
I won't get to use them properly. So I think the better thing was
That
to take this list.
Yeah, and I think that was the right call in this case because that let you have a lot more board presence.
Yeah.
So you had to both deal with your offensive threats, the Blood Knights and the dragon.
The dragon and the
but
Pharaoh.
also slog through all those zombies, meaning that he couldn't just walk through them with something small.
No.
He had to commit into
Yeah,
it.
and see, the zombies got the bloodthirster.
And the zombies got Korgus cool, converted him to one of their ranks.
Yep,
That was
and
amazing.
then they got the
And then
bloodthirster,
they go
turned
and
him into
take
a
down-
zombie.
Yeah, turning the bloodthirster into a zombie. We love that.
That's what we do.
Yes. Great game. So, how are you feeling about the rest of the tournament here? How does it feel? Do you have high hopes for the trophy?
Always have high hopes for the trophy. I
That's
think.
good. We like that.
So I'm hoping that
Yeah.
it will go my way. I'm a little concerned with maybe the KO list. I think
Mm-hmm.
because of the shooting, but
Yeah.
I don't know if he has enough firepower. That's the thing with playing like all these new battle tomes.
Yeah, you don't really have the grasp of
No.
exactly how they work. You might be able to read the numbers, but somehow you have to kind of
have to
see
feel
it
it.
in the action. Yeah, to start feeling it. Yes.
Because I mean the Skull Reapers.
Yeah.
It's like on paper they're so good.
Yeah.
But when they started swinging into my Blood Knights,
You were like, okay, well, where's the action?
they didn't do anything, and I don't think either of us rolled particularly
No.
either way. It
No.
was pretty standard.
But that is also where the saves come in, like having a good save,
Yeah.
like the Blood Knights do.
The 3+ save base and
And
like
then
all out
out
defense.
defense, yeah, that makes all the difference.
Yeah.
And you can really see the weight of those negations of that damage.
Yeah.
That
And
is
then
what.
some
And I think that's
boards
the
as well.
power of your list, that one and the dragons as well. That you can really just stay there, keep that safe, especially
Yeah.
with Neferata's buff as well.
Yeah, no, I did the thing in the beginning. I didn't know how the fucking
Skulls.
worked.
Yeah, the skulls, oh.
So
they're
it was
okay.
just I was just inside of 32 from the skull altar, which made him be able to just
Yeah.
poke her in
Hello.
the foot. So it's like okay, so I'm not gonna cast any spells with this flank.
No,
I'm just gonna fuck it.
Yeah.
So I think
Because you don't want to risk that.
I threw one spell with the vampire lord because
Yeah.
he was outside, and then the vampire lord on the flank always threw flaming weapons
Yeah.
just to
to get more damage.
get
going.
more damage in.
Yeah. Well,
So-
that was amazing. So
Yeah.
really cool to see that game. You can see that
It was-
you're enjoying yourself.
I really do.
and I-
It's always fun to play against Dino. So
yeah,
that was
yeah,
good.
he's always a good sport. This is gonna be a great weekend. I can tell for sure, and we'll probably see more of you one way or another. I feel.
Hopefully.
But
We'll see.
anyway, yeah.
There's some big fishes out there.
There
so,
are definitely some
yeah.
big fishes out there. There's always this is the Swedish Masters we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's not chump change here. It's been great having you on here. Thank you so much for paying a visit.
Thank you.
And best of luck with the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
Thank you. And seeing as I'm all alone here now, we are going to go to a lunch break and we are going to catch up with you guys very soon. Thank you guys so very much for being here, watching, listening, enjoying the show. We will be back with round 2 at 1:15, so 13:15. That will be in roughly an hour and a half. Oh, would you look at that? Eric is back here.
Hello.
I was just telling everyone that we are going for a lunch break now.
Yeah.
We're getting ready for round 2. We might do a quick rundown of the scores at the start before the start of the next round, so we'll be back around 1 o'clock-ish. Just do a bit of a quick rundown of everything that happened in this round, anything interesting, and what we're looking at going into the next round. Until then,
Yeah.
thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in just a little
See
bit.
you in an hour or so.
Yeah, roughly an hour. Let's go.
hijacking the table or the streaming. Wop, wop, wop. So we have a few games still going. We have Rikard and Gabriel. We have Anders and Anton furthest down. We have Nils and Philip. Nils with the yellow cap. We have Ronja and Dennis. Far off the long lost land. Down there we have some game as well. Dick and name can't remember at the moment. And then we have Andreas, our table boss, standing here. And then we have Thomas and Alexis. Some Stormcast, there's a Krondis down there. Otherwise, we're having a lovely day here. Albin just beat Johan here on table 11. Fireslayers against Seraphon. Gottreg had amazing 25 mortal wounds output from Johan, but still lost the game. He clocked out with a death clock. And thank you all for watching. I'm gonna leave this back to the others wherever they went. I just hijacked the stream here, so take care.